Hello everyone. Hope you all been having a good start of your week, even though today's Tuesday. Might as well be the start of the week for me. Because today I kinda had to wake up early. However, the thing I had to wake up early did not push through, so I'm just like, well, guess that's that. So maybe feeling a little tired, but definitely not tired enough to skip stream. Although of course I could just go to sleep, but nah. I do want to continue Disco Elysium and just want to hang out a little bit. Also, hello person who's definitely not late. Honestly, I was kind of like contemplating cause the only options are so there's ban, purge, and delete, which I'm like, I guess the delete message probably would have been the one that would have worked as I was intending. But I'm wondering what purge is. What does it mean to purge someone on Twitch? Because, in the spectrum of the right click, there's, the ban on top, then a graph for how long you're timing them out, then purge, then delete. I think it's all messages in past streams too. Ah, I see. Or maybe all messages of that person in the current stream. Only one way to find out. Here's delete. So that's deleted. No lies, no telling lies. And then yeah, so if that is delete, then purge is probably there to clear all of the messages. Okay, noted. Don't know when I'll ever use that, because if ever, usually bots why purge when you can ban them, but yeah, maybe one day it'll be necessary. But yeah, I mean, in terms of, I guess, things that have been happening week, since last week, which I feel like nothing much happened over the weekend, unless it technically started in the weekend, because honestly, on social media, the only thing that's been trending around everywhere at the moment is the whole Pokemon Giga Leak. Which, for those who are not aware of the Giga Leak, uh, it's a lot of interesting stuff. Is definitely a way to word it. And of course, maybe some, not good stuff. Obviously, in the worst case, on the worst side, there was definitely employee information apparently that got leaked. In terms of the cool stuff, apparently, no. I mean, the leak is huge. Like, a big enough leak to constitute people using the word a giga leak. So again, I could be wrong with this, but people are saying, oh, some private information is circulating. Prototypes of the Pokemon games came out. Beta sprites for each of the Pokemon per gen. I don't know about all of the generations, but some of the generations they show, and then among other things, which obviously the other things is the one that the internet is sort of eating up. Because for lack of a way to I mean a vague way to describe it, that people who probably know what it is imagine the Vaporeon thing, but instead of a random fan writing it, it's either designers or writers in the company themselves writing it. Which, again, like, I mean, not again. This is because the first time I'm saying it. Look, I like saying the word again a lot. uh, None of these were obviously supposed to be shown to the public. So, anyone that's like saying this is canon stuff, like, how easy it is to change your idea of what something is canon and non-canon is. If anything, at that point, any ship should honestly be canon. If it's just like, oh, if someone did it, might as well be canon. But yeah, it's like a lot of like very weird scenarios, which I don't know if that's just like I'm trying to wonder why they would write those legitimately as probably the Pokemon designers who wrote that. So I'm like, were they sort of like trying to explore, you know, what their personality would be if it was turned to the worst? Or like a backstory kind of thing where like it influences like how maybe they think about how they'll sound or other things, which look, this is obviously all just like justification of like trying to like reason out the arguably messed up things, but not really meant to be seen by the public messed up things, so who cares. But pretty wild stuff for those who want to check it themselves. I'm pretty sure you can search Typhlosion on Twitter and you will find it. Actually, I'm pretty sure if you search Typhlosion on Google now, it'll probably pop up. Among a few other Pokemon, which I haven't fully checked all of the leaks myself, so I haven't really heard about the other ones. I just know about the Typhlosion one. And the other one, which was pretty funny and more of like, this is definitely like how designers would go about creating characters. But I think the famous, or rather the popular one that's being shared around is the, what's that? The sexy pilot girl gym leader in, what was it, Gen 5 or Gen 3? Skyla, I think. Which I'm like, yes. I mean, very clear descriptor. And I mean, when you're trying to think about the design of a character, like, those are things you'd write. Like, I want it to be looking like a sexy pilot, has this kind of personality, this ethnicity, uh, maybe visually designed to look like this person, which correct me if I'm wrong, but the person they showed in the document was Jennifer Lopez, I think. Which I'm like, with the final with the final design of Skyla, I'm like, I think they achieved exactly what they wrote out to do. So like, despite some of the other messed up stuff, some of the other stuff are actually pretty interesting checks. More on like, especially on the designer side of things, because yeah, it's just interesting seeing the sort of thought process. It is a little bit weird how the text is like all different sizes and stuff, so I'm not sure if that's just like a machine translation error or something, or maybe that's just like to, I don't know, obscure how the information was gotten. I wouldn't know, but like like it's apparently a lot, way more than what I'm saying. Probably I have enough curiosity to would like to see maybe the fullest of these leaks, but if that doesn't exist, then I can also live without it. But we'll see how long this news goes around, because I mean right now, obviously the thing that's being circulated the most is the you know the non fan fiction stories, which like yes, some of them are a little bit disturbing, but at the same time, it's like we. This is the internet, my guy. It's like there's been so much worse than this. If anything, the details of the short stories are like kind of sporadic in a sense. Like it jumps in time a lot, so it's left to your imagination of what happened in between. Which I mean, if anything, look in the mirror maybe of what popped up in your mind to fill in the gaps. But yeah, like even now, that's like on the trending part of Twitter. Which, I perfectly understand why. Pokemon, literally the biggest property in the world, leaks. I mean, there are the people who are interested in leaks for the actual, like, behind the scenes details. There was information regarding, like, I think the fauna is what my friend said is the technical definition for, like, animal phenotype or something of, like, the Pokemon gods and stuff. So I don't think it's a full lineage, but more of like the Venn diagram of how the gods like intersect with one another, which again, not information that officially came out, so hard to say if it's like true or not, but like fascinating to see how far they like go into having these details probably at the back of their minds when they think about these Pokemon. But yeah, just interesting stuff. And I'd say mostly that was what happened, I'd say, over the weekend. Or probably not even over the weekend. Maybe that was Monday, if not Sunday. One of those two. And yeah, other than that, nothing much else has happened, I guess, in terms of like anime, which because new season started, so uh have checked some of those out. But in terms of the most recent one that I watched, it was Shangri-La Frontier season 2. I'm like, yeah, yep, the quality is still there. Looking forward to season 2. Like, if anything, I'm actually surprised not more people are talking about Shangri-La Frontier. Because, with all of the people who are like, they want more Log Horizon, or the people who like Sao, or like those the premise of those anime, I'm like, Shangri-La Frontier, I feel, is kind of in a way being slept on because it, I feel honestly, understands the kind of like world it's in. The fact that they are playing a game, so there are times where they're showing the main characters in the game as well as being outside the game, and that obviously this is a game. It's for leisure. And yes, there's world building in the game itself, but the way the players, or I guess in this case the main characters, take the stories, oh, it's a story in a game. Maybe some of them are more invested in it than others. There are people who care about lore more than others. So it's like, it's like, oh, it's interesting to see that they're actually like, it makes it feel like how an MMO would really feel, where some players just want to focus on leveling, PKing, etc., while others make guilds to figure out lore, so on and so forth. And how at times the individuals in those different circles like might interact. Like, it's pretty cool, and the action scenes are really good. Like, especially the last boss, or I guess the last, yeah, no, I think it's appropriate to say last raid boss in season 1. Like, that was such a well written and choreographed fight. Like, you could feel the idea that it's a raid boss, where it's like, oh, they've planned it out like a raid, where it's like, oh, the bosses has multiple phases. In phase one lasts for 60 seconds. Then in phase 2, it's kind of like a damage check. And in phase 3, I'm spitballing everything after phase 1 because I kind of forgot it a little bit. But in phase 3, it's kind of like a mix of like, you need to, well, I guess a damage check implies, no, I think phase 2 was a survival while doing damage. while phase 3 was like a damage check kind of scenario, where usually damage checks are like you need to reach a certain damage threshold within a certain period of time or else you just insta die. Which, yeah, I mean, those are usual mechanics you see in raid bosses, so it's really nice to see it honestly done quite well in an anime. So would honestly wish more people check that anime out, because like I feel I don't see a lot of people talking about it. Well, maybe people around me. Like, if it got a season 2, obviously enough people watch it, which is nice. So, hopefully more people watch it so it keeps continuing. As someone who primarily watches anime over reading the manga. Not because, I have no interest in manga or the manga is not good, but like, seeing stuff in motion is very different. So yeah, like, Shangri-La Frontier, very good. And among other stuff that started this season that are really good, like, or well, hard to say really good because they're new, so we'll see how they go. Dan seems interesting. Like, I'm definitely checking that out. Blue Lock, even though the game that they showed in the latest episode was very much mostly static, I think the narrative, for at least for me, is compelling enough that I want to continue it. I did enjoy Blue Lock Season 1 a lot. And I'm trying to see what else I'm watching this season. Shangri-La Frontier, Blue Lock, Dan. Oh, and I guess more out of playing curiosity, I checked out Uzumaki because I did hear about, like, episode 1, the quality is super good. Then every episode after that will literally be a train wreck because of the like, majority of the funding literally only went in episode 1 for the studio that was meant to work on it. Then apparently episode 2, 3, and 4, they had to switch it over to another studio because they, like, either didn't want to pay the first studio or the first studio didn't want to do it anymore, or like so yeah, like and especially for like a horror anime, like if the quality isn't there, it's hard to really get scared because like the underlying idea of it is terrifying when you think about it. It's just, if the visuals don't match the vibe of the terror, then the horror is kind of lost. And I can't even say it's B horror because again, the premise of it is, as a horror, is solid. But the visuals are not backing up, which I kind of feel bad for the original creator, but I mean, it happens. Like, I still remember about Quality Data Code, with everyone's meme calling it quality code. Which, or, more funny, it's lack thereof of quality. And yeah, I guess mostly those four, though still probably need, like, to ask others, like, what other anime might be good to check. But yeah, I'd say that for real, that's the last thing I can think of. So, last time in Disco Elysium, we kind of found out where Ruby was, which was in not the Fallon. The Fallon is the jacket and the clothes thing, the brand we wear. That I guess warehouse or building where the father, who was super, I guess, into the history of the facility, like, yammered on it about, like, we found her there, and we got a very clear, like, if you do this, like, things are going to progress and you can't go back to what you wanted if there was anything you needed to do previously. So right now we're at a point where we could do, like, in terms of stuff being missed, like, I guess we could try. Well, I mean, I guess this one isn't technically related to the case, so missing this one isn't that much of a stretch. This one is the main quest. This one's the tape. I mean, look, I couldn't find one, so whatever. This one, the murder weapon, I think this one will probably tie in with finding Ruby. finding all the armor pieces. I feel like I've been thorough and I have not seen this, so I'm not really sure. But the one it definitely like highlighted on things that we could potentially do was one, talk to her, which I recall we finished last time.
I was
Let me
just
double check.
thinking, what a nice day for questions
I mean,
pertaining to a murder investigation.
I can't do this. No, because again, like I'm sticking with my choice of believing in her. Like I don't want her to die, so that's I'm not taking her in. So I'll skip that one. And the other two was with Everard and with Joyce. So the one with Joyce, I honestly have no idea what they're referring to. But for Everard, I do feel like I thought by now I would have maybe have seen something at least in relation to my gun being, with the gun being lost and all, but we haven't found anything to pertain to that yet. So I'm actually thinking like maybe I do need to like see how it is to do with like Everard. I mean like Kim said, we can listen to what he asks of us, but we don't technically need to tell him we did it, nor do we have to do it in the way that he is expecting. But I kind of forgot a little bit what exactly the terms are, so let's check that. Also, was there anything with the store again? I keep forgetting.
You're back before the cargo container. Its draw has not lessened since you were last here. If anything, it seems to have grown slightly.
I don't think I have any rhetoric. I mean, my rhetoric is literally 2, and my stats don't even have a minus in rhetoric. My rhetoric is just actually that abysmal. And actually, there's like thoughts. These things are still going, my god. 6 are still? Like, that better be worth it, because that's minusing to my physical this entire time. But okay, so let's see what... Wait. This is not a fishing rod, is it? Which one? Oh, that one. Is it not? Like... Is it not? Is that not the reeler? I mean, there's a swordfish, so it makes sense for there to be fishing, but... Okay, let's see what he has to say.
Mr. Dubois, a pleasure as always. You don't have to sit down this time, since you've already sat on that chair.
God, the us sitting in the chair is so long ago. You're still in that, my guy. Come on, you gotta move on. You need some new ammo, my guy. Fine. Let's see what he has to say here.
A fantastic change of heart, Harry. Go talk to Manana down by the gates. He'll brief you and give you the key.
And just like that, it's happening. The roller coaster is moving. Too late to take it back now.
Just open one little door. You don't need to go in or anything. I just want that weasel to come home and see the unlocked door. That's it.
Imagine if it's a
Anything
door
else we
we've
should
already
discuss?
been to. He doesn't need to know about the drug trade. Oh, so Mañana was the guy hanging out here? Like, my guy, you're still here? It's so late.
Oh, hey, mister.
No, that's Leo, I forgot. Mañana was... the guy on the stairs? It's either the guy on the stairs or the big guy. Probably not the big guy now I think about it, but... and we'll see where this leads, because again, it's like... if we're meeting Ruby, and she hid that bullet under the house, that implies she probably has a gun. So it might be good if we could find our gun for self-defense just in case.
Hola, wandering man.
Ever said you
How
have a
can I
key
help
to
you?
a door?
A key, huh? What door is this key supposed to open?
He said it belonged to a weasel.
Oh, say no more. I got you. I got that key right here. And let me tell you, it's mighty good of you to help us out during the strike. Working class solidarity, as they say.
I'm not really doing this for
Oh, so
political
you're none
reasons.
of the above type, are you? I get it, I get it. I like to keep my distance too. But it doesn't matter. It's a good thing you're doing. Thanks. What you're looking for is a basement door behind the greenhouse. That's
Behind the
behind the whirling in rags.
Oh, I've been
That's
in
all
there.
I know. Our
Wait.
organization is what you call compartmentalized.
No,
Means we
the
keep out of
one
each
on the
other's business.
right. Which,
Okay, but where did you get the key from?
yeah, I don't think we ever opened that one. Huh.
The janitor gave it to me. Nice fella. We talked about life and things that really, truly matter. None
Inflation.
Of this mess we're in. This jiving and juggling. What's it for? To feed our children, I guess.
Oh, exactly, money, inflation. Anything else I should know about this weasel person?
I'm more of a philosophical dock worker. I like to talk about the big picture stuff. Who I am, who you are, what we are fighting for.
The man takes a big sip from his flask.
Who he is and what they're fighting for? This is interesting. Ask him about the Hardy Boys.
Okay, fine, physical instrument. It's a medium success, so why not? Let's humor it.
Los Ardis? They're an independent militant group. A bit too high-strung, but it comes with the responsibility. They're sort of like you. Preserve the rule of law and all that. Except it's Everard's law. But really, they're just like you.
Is he actually comparing you, an officer of the law, to some neighborhood vigilantes?
Let it go. I mean, like, we kind of got an understanding with them, and again, like, for as much as they were, like, really going against us, in the end, like, they were also not feeling too good about the potential that Ruby did kill someone. So, you know, let it
Man
go.
whispers a jaunty tune. A coastal breeze ruffles his hair.
You know, we're better than that. Okay, so they said the back side, which I don't recall there being any faster way than really just running all the way around. Yeah, because I thought we opened that one before, but I guess we never really did. And I guess it didn't really give us an option to use like any tools or kick down the door. Yeah, this one.
The door has braved the elements for decades. The copper nails holding the upholstery in place have turned green from sea air, and so is the knocker, shaped like a lion's head. The royal lion, Guillaume's kitten. This knocker will last a lifetime and then some.
Press your ear against the door first. We must check if there's someone there.
is moving around in the apartment. You hear the water being turned off and the sound of dishes clinking together. The tenant must be cleaning up. That means you're too late. Nothing more to do here. Better report back to Everard.
Everett was saying we don't have to go inside. No, a part of it's like he's saying not we don't have to go inside because in his point of view it probably doesn't concern us who's inside. But is it because of that, or does he not want us to see who is inside? But maybe it's also like, oh, because he planted that in our mind, now we're curious about actually going inside. What if we knock? Like, let's not sneak it. It's like, because we heard someone.
No answer.
Hmm.
No answer. No answer. No answer.
No answer. No answer. Maybe if I do it enough, it'll change.
No answer.
Look, I thought maybe one day it would change. Like, you try it enough, the person inside will get annoyed. I could talk to them to warn them, but like, am I supposed again? Maybe it's reverse where he tells us only to knock it, that I don't have to go in because he secretly actually wants us to go in.
As you turn to leave, you hear footsteps on the other side. Yes, someone's definitely home.
We should leave and go talk with Evrard. Tell him what happened, that we couldn't open the door. Maybe there's a workaround.
I mean, I didn't try the key, but like, I mean, we can just say we couldn't get in, not, you know, just say like, oh, we tried the key, but we couldn't get in. And then maybe he'll elaborate more info on who's in there without us showing our faces to the person inside to spook them. Yeah, I think that actually sounds good. Though this is a long run. Can we not fast travel to Everett from here? No, we cannot. Damn it. Oh god, maybe I should have taken them up on this before this, so I don't have to keep going on this super long back and forth. So, before I was a little bit too worried because there was too many things stacked against us, so I didn't feel confident enough to like go with the gamble of like trying to do what he's asking us. But since then, you know, we heard our name, we found our badge, we have a potential suspect, we were able to interrogate a few people, so, you know, regardless of whether we go through with him, at least I'm confident enough to know we have information.
Mr. Dubois, a pleasure as always. You don't have to sit down.
Okay,
You
about the
fucked
weasel.
up. You waited too long, the weasel came back, and now you can't open the door I asked you to open.
I mean, I technically only asked you for the key now, so,
Everett forgives, Harry. Don't cry, my boy. It's gonna be all right. I'm still gonna tell you about the murder. That's just the way I am. Benevolent.
let's just say this first, I
Now
guess.
let's get down to brass tacks. It's time for men like me and you to figure out who's killed who and why. Real police work is gonna start happening now. I promise you, Harry, this is gonna be good.
I've heard about the connection between the lynching and the strike. I'd like to hear what you know
By
about
now, I'm sure you figured out who the dead man was working for. The bad guys. Wild Pines. Sent to scare us. Another violent measure of the top hats against us flatcaps. Harry, this strike is the culmination of many, many mistakes made by the Wild Pines group. They tried to shut the strike down by sending in armed mercenaries.
it. As far as we know, for now
You
at
mean our
least.
victim?
A security contractor? Can you imagine that? Workers standing in peaceful protest, united in the spirit of fellowship, and they send hired killers to mow us down with machine gun fire?
He performs a motion as if spraying bullets from a machine gun.
Thank you for describing that.
I'm talking beasts, hardened killers from proxy wars in Yisut, Semenine, Sadamoritsa, you name it, they've done it. Raping, killing, burning villages, killing little children for the Senorita Pineapple Company, Harry.
Those Senorita Pineapple people are scary motherfuckers. Decimating your state if you don't give them your pineapples.
I mean, very literal, aren't you? Also, we passed the 12 check?
Everything they did there, they brought over here. They want to turn Revachol into a third world slum. Honestly, the only thing they didn't do is kill the village elephant.
I'm already listening to him. Go
Now,
on.
I haven't personally witnessed the brutalities out there. I have the luxury of staying in my container, you see. If I need to go somewhere, they just move my container.
Go on.
About my fun container? It's a hoot, Harry. Who knows? Maybe you'll be in here the next time they move it. It will be very fun, I promise. But enough about me and my container. The killers the company
He
hired,
really wanted us to
I
ask
think
about
there
his
were 3 of
container.
them, all
But
hardened
we will
commando
not give him the
types.
satisfaction.
One of them got downright suicidal. Getting drunk, violent, a little rapey. Even their own negotiator couldn't control him. That's your boy, the one who likes hanging out and trees.
By negotiator, you mean Joyce?
Harry, what you need to realize is, we dock workers are not pushovers. We got grit, Harry. This whole neighborhood does. Push us hard enough and we push back. And when we do, we push to kill.
An entire neighborhood of killers.
Maybe. I mean, let's see what he has to say about this.
Potentially, Harry, potentially. We got arm wrestling champions, rowing club people, ex-coal miners, tough guys, all ready to spring into action for their home base.
I was about to be like, I saw a wrestling champion, like, oh, wrestling, full body. I'm like, arm wrestling. So it's just the arms. I'm like, you know, what if they skip leg day? Like, look, you can't. They probably wouldn't be able to run faster. The rest I can probably imagine, because rowing, you know, for as much as, yes, it is definitely the arms that are doing the rowing, keeping your balance and your posture correct with your lower body is there. The coal miners, you should have just stuck with those two.
There's a militant wing inside the Union. A group of people whose duties don't involve manual labor, but peacekeeping in the neighborhood, making sure everything runs smoothly.
You mean the Hardy Boys?
That sounds a bit like organized crime.
They're like you guys. Idealistic people who want to make sure bad things don't happen. And if they already have, well, punishment must follow.
Again, that sounds like organized crime.
So these idealists killed our victim?
One day Titus Hardy, leader of this peacekeeping faction,
Yeah, the Hardy
comes
Boys.
up to me and says, "Boss, socialist democratic fervor drove us to take it upon ourselves to kill this beast that was burdening the land." He probably worded it differently, but that was the idea. Sure sounded to me like they killed him. I gave them 2 weeks paid leave and told them to lay low to avoid retaliation.
Aren't you worried we might arrest them for this?
Oh, I'm not at all worried about that. These are not the kind of men who get arrested. They're Martinez boys, tough and gritty. I'd like to see the man who takes them in. Besides, I sent my lawyer girl to look after them.
But didn't she come back here? No! She said she was gonna go back here, but she didn't.
Uncertainty belies his boasting. In the end, though, he believes it. Or at least, he wants to believe. So he doesn't want to counter with a narrative that exonerates the Union. But why?
I mean, it's weird this is an option because we already know this. And we're just sharing an, I mean, So he doesn't want to counter with a narrative that exonerates the Union, but why?
So they shot him.
He was shot in the head before he was hanged.
How odd. I don't know what to say, Lieutenant. They told me they hanged him. A hanged man is what I saw when I took a look into that yard. What I do know is, the case is in safe hands. If anyone can get to the bottom of this shot and hanged man, it's my 2 little policemen. Godspeed, policemen.
How do you know the mercenaries were hired by the shipping company?
How do I know? Let me tell you about these people. That's their MO. It's what they do. Last winter, some poor workers in Terminal E went on a little strike. The company sent in Sediment, a security contractor. The strike was over the workers' right to wear protective footwear, Harry. These guys turn up and start beating people. Tell you what, Harry, I wouldn't be surprised if we got the same mercenary company after a little rebranding. And I'm sure as hell not surprised to see an army of scabs under my gates.
So you believe the scabs were organized by the security
And it definitely sounds like
contractor?
fear mongering to make sure like the people going and strike know,
said it.
like, you
Hell,
know,
one of those guys
you must
that's
show
big enough to take
have a
down that
strong
proverbial
face.
elephant. Boys like that don't
to
just
them.
happen to show up during strikes.
Fine, let's
Of
say
course.
this.
You're always one step ahead of me, Harry. I'm no genius. I'm in this position because people like me.
What if I say this? Would he be worried for them?
Tribunal? That sounds serious, Harry. We Union men should be shitting ourselves. I wish you hadn't told me that. I'm gonna lose sleep over this. Let's change the subject.
It's the... We're doing this, it's a strike. I know people are gonna be sent here. People might get hurt, but it's a risk I'm willing to take. As he sits here on his couch, away in a trailer, which can probably be lifted so no one can reach it.
He's clearly happy about the tribunal.
You don't seem too worried about
Harry,
it.
what do I really think about the tribunal? You're trying to climb to second base with old Everard before you've even courted him properly.
He wants you to do more things for him before.
We know who
Oh,
she's
Liz is a
referring to
bright
here.
one. I paid for that law degree myself, thinking it'll probably turn her all fancy. But hell, Harry, she came back a firebrand socialist. Sometimes she scares me with her zeal.
Let's just see what he has to say about them.
Oh, they are simply fine young men, all 7 of them.
7 of them.
Exemplary union
Okay.
members.
So he's definitely
Always
also...
working to advance their position
No.
in the local socialist democratic movement.
So by
Core
default, even
members.
he's not mentioning Ruby. So maybe she was not supposed to be there in the first place?
Old Theo used to run them, but things really kicked into gear when Titus took the reins and named the group after himself. Gotta love his initiative.
Interesting. Who's second in command?
They're almost all of them great guys, born leaders. Whatever happened, I'm sure they only had the best interests of Martinez and Revachol in mind. Work with them. Hell, interview them. But don't fight them. They really are just like you. Men who like beer, women, and some order on the streets.
Separate one from the herd.
Which one of the Hardy Boys is your least favorite?
Oh, that would definitely be Fat Angus. His feet
Come
smell from a city
on.
block away, and he's always
He's like
having noisy
struggling.
stomach
He
troubles.
like, you know,
Horrible,
is easy
revolting
to
guy.
stress. Like, give the man a break. At least he's work. At least he goes to work.
You would die, Harry. You would die, and in the process start a bloody and completely unnecessary war between the Debarders Union and the Citizens Militia. Angus, his ever-growling stomach, and his smelly feet are all part of the Union. You have as much right to arrest him as I have to arrest your partner here. Actually, less, because this is my hometown, my territory, and my backyard. You are a guest here, Harry. Please remember that. Oh, Harry. This is getting real grim, and there's no need for that. We are friends.
What if I say this?
But of course, it's the least I can do for my...
You can now go and tell Titus about this.
Also, Harry, here's 5 real.
No, I will
No,
not
I
take
wasn't
it.
offering it to you, just holding it out there. But I'm willing to share information. Was it a good talk? I'm not sure we made much headway here. I was hoping we'd bust the case wide open. Heck, I even wanted to tell you what I really want to achieve with the strike. I don't know what happened, Harry. I wanted you to feel like Mr. Martinez. And of course, I also wanted you to find your gun. But it's like I can't completely trust you. Yet.
So is it still possible for us to get the gun?
Yes, Harry. It's like I can't fully trust you if you're not a man of the left. I want to, but I just can't.
A man of the left, so you have to be a social democrat. He's been hurt too much in the past by men who aren't social democrats.
I mean, to be fair, this is what I honestly was thinking in the first place. Like, maybe if I did it earlier and was able to unlock the door and stuff like that, I wouldn't have had to like go this far to get his trust. So I might just have to go without finding the gun.
What does your heart tell you about your lost gun, Harry? Does it tell you to forget about it? Or do you think it wants to be found? I think it's lonely and cold. I think it wants to be found,
Oh,
and I have a
he's
proposal
still
for
going
you.
to open a door.
And what would this entail?
Once again, I require nothing unethical or illegal of you. You just need to get two little signatures
Hello,
on a piece
Dresserick.
of
Welcome to the
paper,
stream. And yes,
and
I'm
then mail
holding
to
it
my
from,
accountant in Ladelka.
you know, sacrificing myself to the left. Wait. Once again, I require like unethical or illegal. You just need to get two little signatures on this piece of paper and mail them to my accountant in La Delta.
It depends. I don't think what we just got from Mr. Clare was very useful.
Yeah, because I think like we took too long to start this quest, so I think this is like the worst case and rather like the fallback quest, which we'll see if I'll actually push through with it in terms of like hopefully getting the gun back. Also, what did you miss this time? This time pretty much from last time we found where Ruby was and we could confront her already, but the game very much gave a like, if we do this, the state of the world is going to change, so if you have any loose threads before this point, maybe go check them out. So thus I am checking with Everard first. Seeing if, because I was hoping by now there would have been some inkling of where our gun was, but nothing came about, so maybe this is the only avenue for us to find our gun.
But, he thinks, it's your call.
As I said, it weighs on me heavily. But once we get really talking, well, I'm going to hand you the keys to Martinez, and maybe even help you figure out who's behind this killing.
What are the
I'm
signatures
glad you
for?
asked, Harry. The Union is going to build a modern youth center in Martinez. It will be righteous. We're gonna get those teenagers off drugs and on roller skates.
You mean the ones in the church now? But they're in it for the music. They're not gonna do drugs. We already talked them off that.
There's a nameless little street on the coast with some old houses around it. Most people have already signed. I just need 2 more signatures to get this mission off the ground, Harry.
You mean the fishing
Yes,
village?
yes, the little cul-de-sac on the coast, where all the men have drowned in either the sea
So
or
it
the
sounds
bottle.
like
a gloomy place
a
doesn't have that Union attitude.
Document to get approval for maybe construction to be done in the place, which might evict the people? That's the
You're
vibe I'm
already
getting
pretty
here.
deep into this. What's a little more? No one can see you here in Martinez.
What will happen to the current occupants?
They are just going to have to deal with the construction noise for 6 months, and then they'll be living like kings. Right next to a fancy new youth centre, designed by the best architects from Stella Marie.
I can ask them about it, get more information, but ultimately decide if I want to do it or not.
You bring joy to my heart, Harry. Such a pleasure to be working with you. You need to get signatures from Isabel Sadie and Lillian Carter. The cul-de-sac is right past the pawn shop and across the canal. I heard there was some trouble with the war. Once you have the signatures, mail this to 13022 La Rocca in La Delta. Then we can talk about your gun.
So there is a possibility. But let's see if... Okay, we can't immediately lie about it right after we get the envelope. Wait, maybe I can interact with it. Yeah, I can. A white envelope with a stamp attached to the upper right corner handed you by Evercare. Inside are some legal documents with 2 names written on it. Isabella Sadie and Lynn Carter. Both signatures are required.
You take the legal documents out of the envelope. A 12 to 40 month construction period and the zoning plan in the addendum.
Ooh, zoning plan. That's the one. Because doesn't that imply sectioning out certain areas in the area where maybe, will be residential, which will not be, and, maybe it encroaches upon the people who are currently staying there?
The youth center cuts into the ocean like the bow of some great modern ship. Apparently, it's going to cover most, if not all, of the street and the square between the existing houses. It's 3 stories tall.
What do you
I'm
think
no
of this?
property lawyer, but it looks fine. I like the print size. They're not selling or leasing anything. It's not a perfect solution, but
Okay, wait. We definitely can get our logic a tiny bit higher. I just need to figure out which one it is again. I know there's... Oh, we already have the logic glasses. Logic. I don't know what that is, but pop off. Do you mean like the game Limbus Company? I mean, I only have heard of it. Like, I'm assuming that's what it's from.
You take the legal documents out of the envelope.
I only the one
12 to
mommy
14 month
character.
construction period
I'm not
with the
familiar with
shown
any of the
plan in
characters.
the addendum.
And like, I'm actually not sure exactly what kind of game it is. Like, my mind says it has like turn-based battle systems, but I could be wrong. Maybe it's just purely a visual novel, or maybe a mix of the two.
There is no loophole. The simple truth is the current residents are going to lose their street access, and for the next 12 to 40 months, their lives will be dominated by
Turn-based
constant
executive
construction
steps, I
noise
see.
right next door.
Also, damn, no loophole?
Once the construction starts, it'll probably take a few months, a year maybe, for even the most stubborn occupants to get tired of living like this. After that, they'll sell their property for cheap and move out.
I should have seen it. Evrard probably has eyes on us, but we could try to get other people to sign this instead of those listed. Or you could forge their signatures yourself. By the time he finds out, we'll already be gone.
No, I'm not gonna do that to the people. It's also gacha. Ah, I see why people are sucked into it. Are you gachaing PNG characters? Wait. Forging signatures means it'll still push through. Which means we definitely won't. We could forge the signatures. We could forge the signatures, just have it on us, then go back to him and then lie. Because if he calls out on our lie that we didn't send it, we can at least then show the forged signatures and then we'll be like, oh, we'll send it though. Like, it's a little bit of a stretch, but like maybe it's worth a shot. Like, desperate times call for desperate measures, but not desperate enough that I think I destroy the lives of the people across the, you know, across the river. But I mean, he'll do something worse. He can't really do anything to us. He can't do anything to these people if he doesn't have a document.
It's getting late and it's snowing.
Not yet. Wait, can I not do it here?
You take the legal documents out of the envelope.
Okay. Let's go on. Taking a document. No, it's not. It's to like. No, the lie is about sending the document, not that we got the signs. So I'm thinking because of that specific wording that like it's only about sending the document. Ah, shit. Does this work?
The worn map features.
Oh, wrong one.
You take the legal documents out of the envelope.
So it's like, you know, there's a logic to it a little bit, but it is still definitely a long shot. Like, the reason I'm having it signed here it's literally like, oh, if he calls out on our lie of not sending it, we can then show the document that it's signed. But if he's going to ask us to give it to him, I'm not going to give it to him. Like, that's where I'll like stop it. Okay, so can't really get more
Take the legal documents
interfacing,
out
so
of the envelope.
this is the best I can do.
A 12 to 40 month. With a confident
Oh.
flourish, you complete your forgery. What do you see on the signature line? Indeed, they look distinctly different and very convincing. These might as well be their actual signatures.
Good. Everard will have to start over with his scheming. When Isabel and Lillian dispute the signatures, the document will
Oh!
be rendered null and void.
Wait! Ah! So we don't have to lie about it, because it'll be null and void when it's disputed. Okay, this
Any
is a lot
halfway
better.
competent notary should be able to handle this. Not getting their actual signatures was probably the best thing to
Okay,
do.
never mind. No regrets at all with going
Now,
this
all we
way.
have to do is mail these. I think I saw a mailbox on the plaza.
I mean, I guess I probably could have thought about that, because I thought when it said we're gonna forge the signatures, that our forge is gonna be so good it actually looks like the real signatures, and then it'll still push through. But like, I guess we wouldn't be that good if we didn't know what their signature was at
Dented
all.
yellow mailbox greets you with its graffito.
Why would you do
bullet
this?
holes, and an RCM sticker.
Yes, for sending mail.
Yes. Pet it first. I'm sorry, mail. You're gonna have to be sending some fake documents
The
for
box
us.
seems happy. Eat shit pig, fucked by the coon,
What?
and Saint G with a crown
Oh.
have been scribbled on it. Jenny is a whore, and best set mailbox also.
I feel you, mail
The
collection
mail
box.
collection box seems cathartic. Thanks, Ethan. So do you. You shudder, then you swallow.
Swallow? Don't say that. Don't swallow. Drop the white envelope into
You
the
drop
mailbox.
the white envelope in the darkness. It lands with a soft thud on what sounds like about a week's worth of mail as collected in there. They'll empty this very soon. Probably did the right thing. You can't trust that slut Everard. You know he's going to play you somehow.
All right, let's go back to Everard. If we don't mention anything to him, he won't know before it's too late.
Yeah, because I think if we did try to lie that we send it, I'm pretty sure he'll be like, there's literally only one mailbox in this area. I had a man looking at it the entire time. No one saw you dropping any mail. So, yeah, the lie probably was not gonna work at all. But, like with what Kim said, because we were able to forge the thing, maybe we can actually get a headway into the gun. At least you tried. Yeah. I mean, again, the notary is going to make the thing null and void, so it's not gonna matter. Like, the fact that he's doing this through us means he kind of wants it to be done in secret, so he can't probably bring it to light that we're the ones who put it in the mail. So, it'll probably be fine.
Mr. Dubois, a pleasure as always. You don't have to sit down.
I've done the
Golden
mail.
Boy returns once more. Wonderful. Simply wonderful, Harry. My friend, the mailman, confirms the letter is on its way.
There we
You've done
go.
a great thing today.
So he would have known
You've
it was a
given the
lie.
children of Martinez a real future, Harry, and I feel I can finally trust you now. You're in my inner circle. You too, Mr. Kitsuragi. We can talk about anything. The strike, the murder, your lost gun. Nothing is off the table.
See, forging that signature really paid off.
Let's not give him any inclination that we know what's the deal with it. You've done the mail. Get your mind out of the gutter. Can I get my gun now?
Harry, I've got to be honest with you. Your gun was found 2 days ago. Withholding this information weighed heavily on me. But it
I
had
mean,
to
look,
be
if
done.
you're the one who wants to do the mail, go ahead. But like, don't question other people. Like, how dare you kink shame people?
An old woman has it, and let me tell you, Harry, word on the street is she's a character. So watch out.
This must be the woman who bought the gun from Roy. The one he described as terrifying.
Like, if anything, you know, with all of the stuff with the Pokemon leaks that came out, you know, you're joining in with the people being very weird about these stories, which, you know, or scenarios where people not the leaks. I mean, I see that implies that you've read them. And look, we've honestly seen way worse. It's just really funny that it came from internal. Obviously, they're not canon. It was funny at first, but now it's annoying. It's annoying if you let yourself be influenced by the people posting about it. If it's just you talking about it with your friends, you know, probably level-headed people, it's still pretty funny.
Yes, the same one. I see you've done your research. The pawn shop made the gun easy
Like,
to
it's still
track. Crazy stuff.
more
Harry.
fascinating to
Selling
me,
your
like,
gun like that?
you know, the point
Wild.
of writing these
Anyway.
things. Like, is it like trying to set a stage for them to think about how to, like, maybe, you know, think up of like a Pokemon from the inception point of view, or like maybe like just thinking narratives in the potential, like they try to do something different with the Pokemon game, which realistically they really aren't. People were doing this way before. Exactly. It's just for some reason people are like, oh damn, people from the Pokemon company wrote it. That means it must be, you know, legit. And it's like, no, these are leaks. Like, these things were never supposed to see the light of day. So to say like that they're intended or canon is just like other, like, clearly false.
The neighbors of this old woman contacted my men because they trust me and the Debarders Union. Apparently, she was waving it around at the entrance to her building.
Waving the gun around doesn't sound good. None of this does.
Who is this old woman?
Unfortunately, I don't know anymore. You're gonna have to go in blind, Harry. But she's an old lady. How dangerous can she possibly be? Oh, and she calls herself the Pigs.
There it is again. The pigs. Like Roy said, not good at all.
I, for one, find it refreshing. Finally, someone calls themselves a pig.
I already have. Tonight, starting 10 o'clock.
Also,
near the
Prototype
old fish
Ocean was an
market on the
attempt
coast,
at
the one on the
tying in a
boardwalk,
yokai story.
a little past
I
the
mean,
fishing
it's
Be
it's
careful,
folklore
Harry.
stuff.
I would never set you up for anything dangerous, but you did ask for this. Now, back to the fun stuff.
I mean, you know, just think about all of the stuff with the Greek gods and and Zeus. Like, look, you just have to think about Zeus, and all of a sudden it's like, this isn't so bad. I mean, it's still bad, but it's like, it's definitely, it could be way worse. Starting 22. Oh, that's in 3 minutes. Near the old fish market on the coast. The one where a little faster. Be careful, Harry. I would never.
She will be there from 2200 hours till 0200 hours.
Oh, damn. 3 minutes.
More fun stuff. Seems like we already have fun stuff to do.
Great, Harry, great. I think we have truly built a bridge between Martinez and Jamrock today.
Shush you.
We have united the RCM and the Debarders Union. This has been so great. I'm sorry we don't have more fun things to do together, but if you ever feel like bouncing something off me, my door is always open.
What if I say this?
I'm always happy to educate and entertain you.
Nope.
Very
Obviously, we
nice,
know he
Harry.
didn't order it
Is
to be
there
killed.
anything
If
else?
anything, I think it was more of a personal vendetta that Ruby had. Assuming it was Ruby in the first place. Also. Oh, nice. We got we got a lot of experience. Like we got 3 points to spend if ever we need to, either on like getting new like passive traits or for getting something. So yeah, we'll save those for a little bit, but we need to burn 1 minute of time. But yeah, it always, like, I wonder why Typhlosion is the one that's like having the most, I guess you could say, publicity. Because weren't there other side stories also? Like, maybe because is Typhlosion like the evolution of like one of the starter? Because again, like my Pokemon knowledge is mostly on like Pokemon Blue, so very much far off from knowing Pokemon's past the first gen, I mean. Cyndaquil final level. Ah, I see.
Our tenant, the policeman. What more do you want to know? Yes.
Okay, there we go. 22. Thank you, old lady. I just needed to burn a minute. Oh, so wait a second. Can I... Let me... Was there something I could change? This is... No, not that one. Where's the hat? Where's our fancy hat? You. I don't think we need the minus perception here. Like, that would probably be bad. There were also stories about both slacking and up early. I saw those as well, but like, again, like, those two weren't trending. It was only... Oh, wait, who? Oh shit, that's our gun. it was only Typhlosion that was trending.
Put your hands where I can see them.
Yeah, that's our gun. I think.
Show me your hands. This is the pigs. Show me your hands. Right now. Show.
Scavenged, battery-powered police lights protrude
So
from
she
her
is
back. The flickering light show
pretending to
reveals
be a
gun
stereotype
in her
policeman, I
shaking
guess?
hand. Her hand is trembling from
With
some
turtle
sort of
lights?
neurodegenerative disease.
Madame, please drop the firearm immediately.
Oh shit, Kim immediately locked and loaded.
You shouldn't be here. Something's very wrong with her. She's completely out of control.
No, I think because she's unstable, we should probably like raise our arms for now. Wait, because it's only raising my hand. It's not necessarily Kim's hands.
The man appears to be pulling out an object from his pocket. Fear under threat! Fear under threat! Superseding event. Split-second decision. Get on the ground. Get on the goddamn ground!
We just want to talk.
Subject yourself to a full body cavity search. Prohibited materials concealed in nostrils, ears, mouth, navel, urethra, foreskin, vagina, and rectum.
We're not... I don't think all of those can be in one person's body all at the same time, lady. Like, I don't think that's how that works.
In her mind, the cavity search is happening. As long as she's saying it. It appears the things she says are very real to her.
Be careful, detective. Don't do anything that might set her off.
The fact that my hand-eye coordination is pretty high and it's still this... Okay, I guess our hand-eye coordination is 4. And on a different gender. No, but that's the thing. The thing she was saying was on both genders. So it's like, this person can't exist, ma'am.
It's a goddamn police shitbag. Out the pavement. You're under arrest.
As she waves her hands, you notice familiar-looking ampoules and packets sticking out of the mountain of police gear on her back. Medicine or drugs?
Okay, thank you for seeing that perception.
Counterfeit contraband. Restricted access. 2 kilos missing. Eyewitness report compromised.
I don't think she's on drugs. Being off drugs might actually be the problem here.
Oh, I see. We can solve this PC. Please lower the weapon.
Need of assistance! Suspect alert! Get on the ground!
Ma'am, please. We want to help you, but you need to lower that weapon.
These two sound like very horrible choices. Although maybe the situation is dire, but I'm not gonna risk it yet.
Disturbance reported. Authorized deadly force. Sector, take the shot! Big red key! Big red key! Back up! Back up! Back up! Status unconfirmed!
Right, if we show her a badge, at least she knows her spiels. If she knows her spiels, she should know a rank when she sees it.
No. I thought Mr. Moran. Gareth. Aggravated assault! Man down! Officers in pursuit!
What's the situation, officer?
Law enforcement compromised! Impersonating a police officer!
Yeah, we should show her the badge. Like, we have to show without a shadow of a doubt that we can't not be telling the truth here.
License and registration! License and registration! Come in, dispatch! Sector! Azimuth!
She's losing it. One twitch and there would be blood.
Oh shit, there really is nothing else I can do. Am I really going to risk a 42% chance? Oh wait, doesn't look good. Let's deal with this later. Okay, so I have time to deal with this later.
We can't leave. A delirious civilian is pointing fire.
Damn it, why did you give us this option then?
This.
So I just have to click this and pray for a 42% chance. Well, we failed 82%. We can probably pass this one. Come on. We failed. No, we didn't fail an 82%. We failed a 92%. If we can fail a 92%, surely we can pass a 42%.
She's frantic, confused, teetering under all that gear.
It's
There's an opening if you just move fast enough. If not, the lieutenant's got her in his sights.
Wait, she's frantic, confused, and teetering under all that gear. There's an opening if you just move fast enough. If not, the lieutenant got her in her sights. I know it said failed, but hand-eye coordination... Oh, no, wait. This is the text of failing. This is the text of failing. But it's saying an option, though. Because this is hand-eye coordination. But isn't there the stat of, savoir-faire, which is... I mean... Wait, reaction speed? My reaction speed is pretty high. Actually, could I have leveled this up before I took the attempt? Chance! Go for it!
Suicide by cop! Split-second decision! Eat lead, scumbag!
Oh, that's not good.
In your peripheral vision, the lieutenant releases the half-squeezed trigger.
God, I almost blew her head off.
What? Wait, what happened?
What is this? This isn't police issue. Police weapons have bullets. This
Oh!
isn't real.
She was out of ammo! Okay, so I guess we would have been shot then and there. But I guess... what's that? Something favors the bold.
Police gun always had bullets. What is this? Why did you sell me this?
Grab the gun, right now. This might be your only chance.
Pick it up.
No one ever cares anymore. Why would they treat me like this?
Well, we failed, but we failed successfully. Fortune favors the bold, that's the saying.
Nobody's ever around. No
comes to visit me.
Our empathy is okay. Our empathy's at 4. It's not terrible. Like let's try number 1 first and just see how it goes.
Her scratched skin is warm to the touch, but the person inside doesn't even know you're there.
Also, I'm just looking at her portrait now and I'm like, my god, your neck is like stretching so far to the side.
She's in a stupor. I've seen this before. God knows
Like
for how
looking,
long.
literally,
Could be
I know I
days when
said
you
like
get
the
like
lights on her back made her look like a turtle, but the neck is also like feeding into that image in my mind. You know, like how a turtle's neck stretches outwards.
Honestly, I don't know. Dementia, probably. Dementia and Channel 8. And loneliness. Could be. Her hands were trembling and she did seem uncoordinated. But what are we gonna do with her?
I mean, take her in, I guess, for her own safety? You give me an idea for your turtle character? So what, your shells is made up of many lights?
I don't think there's any need for that. In her current state, and without a gun, she isn't really a threat to anyone.
I
Could
see.
let Titus know. This is a perfect problem for the local peacekeepers to handle. They might even know her family.
Yeah, I think that's actually good.
Then we can ask him once we get back to the whirling. But we have to hurry, because it's late and they might have already gone home. But I think we're done here for now. Let's head out. This is done.
RGB turtle.
Please. Leave the radio on.
Reflex to what? Being left alone. She stands motionless. Just a heap of clothes and flashes now. Maybe if you search her once more.
What do you mean, maybe you search her once more? What do you mean by search her once more? But also, yay, we have gun. Equip this when times are most dire.
The woman stands slumped. She looks catatonic under her mountain of RCM paraphernalia. Is one of those things a police cap? There were narcotics in there too. You're thinking of taking them.
I will not take them. Pick up the RCM cap.
Doesn't even flinch as you reach out and disentangle the familiar-looking lieutenant's cap from her mountain of RCM paraphernalia.
Oh, is that yours?
I think so.
The lieutenant nods. The old woman doesn't react to your touch.
Yay, we have a cap now. How does it look? Wow, authority. Literally going all out with the black and white outfit scheme. So it's like we have RGB turtle and monochrome cop. Like what a colorful pair. The men in black? You're not a man in black though. You're literally an RGB turtle. I said with your character.
Is back. What do you
Also,
want?
we have white. Shush you. We're not all black. How dare you assume? There's an old catatonic lady in the old fish market on the other side of the base. She needs help.
What's that, copper? You want us to help little old ladies now?
You're local law enforcement, aren't you? Helping troubled civilians should fall under your jurisdiction.
Yeah. We'll send someone out. Who is? Wait. It's the pigs.
Oh,
isn't
so
it?
they've dealt with her before.
God. Poor lady. Don't worry. We'll handle this.
Turtle in a suit
I
doesn't
think she
sound
got
bad.
some family
Isn't
cool on or
that
something. Bastards left her alone when she
what's
got
his
sick.
name?
We've been getting complaints.
What's his name? The one in Rocco? Like, wasn't there one episode where Filbert wore a shirt? I mean a suit? Like it worked out for him. Like didn't Filbert get married in Rocco's modern life? to the what was it? The nurse girl with the hook. So it's effective.
Hey, wasn't Everard's B team looking for her the other day? They said something about her, I don't know, finding something?
That's old. Like, I think I only really remember Rocco, Heifer, and Filbert. I don't know the other characters' names anymore. You'd think I'd remember the frog name's character because of how much it's shouted in the show, but like I don't remember them. Right, the big heads. That's correct, because they literally had big heads for frogs.
Yeah, I think you're right, Gene. She have something of yours, Pig.
Whatever you do, do not admit to these punks you lost your gun. You will suffer if you do.
Thank you, authority. Nope.
No? Well, whatever then, Copper.
Same, actually.
No. They totally said what it was. What was it? Anyone remember?
I don't remember. I was fucking drunk.
Let me know if you figure it out back there. Now, anything else we can help you with?
What's her real name?
Auntie LaPlante. We always called her. Something LaPlante.
Marianne, amigo.
Marianne Amigo LePlante. Let's just say this jokingly.
Fuck you, Pig. What the fuck you are playing at?
Come on, it's funny.
Easy, Al. Don't let him get to you. Have one for Auntie LaPlante, huh?
Don't disrespect Miss LaPlante, Copper. She's good people. We all get a little crazy sometimes.
Wow, that was just being funny.
Was, like before, just an old lady. Her kids moved away years ago. Never come to visit. Never took her calls. She gets out every now and then.
I see. So then she started just spending all of her time watching police shows.
But still.
You know, getting into all of those murder cases, wanting to like solve stuff maybe. Like I kind of like I sort of get it, but also like God, please, I hope that's not the future.
The children kept her together.
Get wanted to be a cop, you mean? Well, shit. I don't actually know. Anyone know why she started acting like a pig?
No fucking clue. It's gotta be the crazy. Who'd want to be a pig?
I mean, if it's like CSI with the intro, like yeah, like who wouldn't want to do live a cool life like that? See, cool uniforms, fast machines, packing heat.
You are already signed up, Cerdo. This guy is seriously damaged.
Look, we're talking about hypotheticals here.
Nah, don't worry about it, Al. The cops want to dress up and play policeman. Let them. We'll keep doing the real work.
Hey, we're talking about her here. Relax.
Dunno. She lives by the water. Shit washes up all the time on the beach.
It's like shit washes up all the time on the beach. So maybe she herself washed up on the beach. Actual turtle person.
Police paraphernalia doesn't just wash up on the coast, people. It's not like we dump it at night. She bought it, collected it.
No problem, old cop man. We take care of our mentally ill here in Martinez. Ain't that right, boys?
But what about the physically ill? All of you guys seem to hate Fat Angus.
Sure enough, we're the real heroes on these streets.
Well, I mean, that's good. So, we were able to get the gun at least. Although, I do wonder if there's, because there was the 9mm bullet in the... No, we can't go back into the house. Because it's going to say the day will end. It's not in our inventory, is it? Or maybe just like having the gun might deter Ruby because, you know, if she's confronted by two people with guns versus her with only one, she'll back down a little bit. Yeah, because I think I can still continue with getting Ruby on this day before it like proceeds to the next one. Wasn't it here? Oh, here. Whoops. Okay, so we can have, you know, go Resident Evil style. Light on the left, gun on the right.
Holding the gun feels natural and satisfying. It's like an extension of your arm, the polished wooden handle almost fusing into your palm.
I think my hand recognizes it.
It reminds you of the day you first.
God, this is like the fourth morale heal we got when we're already at max.
Use it in vain. The sun was out in Jamrock. It was so long ago. This is your gun. It's more of a symbol than anything else, because there is always a rational, sensible, reasonable solution to every situation. Sheathe it and know you have the moral high ground.
Damn, Handa, you make a really good argument. I mean, hopefully it becomes an option during the conversation to like pull it out. But we shouldn't start holding it because it kind of gives off the vibe that we're, you know, going in ready to shoot her. Which, you know, that probably isn't a good way to approach someone who is like backed into a corner. Yeah, because it's like, so that was the Everard one. I don't remember there being really anything else we could do with Joyce, if I recall. And these other ones really aren't. Well, the armor pieces, I feel this one might be after this point because I feel like I've been really thorough and didn't really find it anywhere. Maybe there's something better I can equip for like coordination and stuff. That works better. Alright, what about the undershirt? This is physical instrument. I don't think we need physical instrument. If there was something else that I gave... So that's drama, no. We need... Yeah, volition might be good to keep morale up. Pants. What's our current pants? Have a fair fitting instrument. Okay, that's pretty good. Shoes is good. Interfacing. Authority. Our authority is at 6. Maybe having authority would be good because, you know, like ordering her to like, you know, get down kind of vibe. We'll click save here. And I guess go ahead. It feels strange. A concrete pipe buried in sand and dust. And we're still here picking up money. Okay, girl, Ruby, please don't shoot us immediately.
Suddenly, your entire body is paralyzed. Aggressive white noise fills your skull.
Are we getting pepper sprayed?
Like you've never felt.
Or it's like a
before.
sound machine.
Through the static, you hear a woman's voice. It's like 1,000 radio stations are being blasted into your head.
Maybe this much perception is bad. It's like, we hear too good. It's Superman being exposed to sunlight for the first time.
I know you're feeling pretty uncomfortable right now. Don't move too much or fight it. That'll just make it worse. Can't say it's a pleasure, officer. I was really hoping not to make your acquaintance. But here we are.
As she says the word officer, you feel a spike in the agony. It sounds like the entire radio frequency range is screaming directly into your neural pathway.
Heroic failure. No, I feel we need to keep aware of her.
That's an awful decision. You do not want to shield yourself from it. It's an entirely new
Whoops.
type of experience. Way worse than all the previous ones. Don't focus on the pain. Focus on doing your job. Tell her she's under arrest.
Yeah, through this. Yeah, and see? High volition, it's good.
Really now? Check this out.
You're overwhelmed with a new surge of violent static. It feels like a blood vessel exploded in your brain.
Can I use one right now? I can. Are you gonna kill me too?
No, I'm not going to fucking kill you. If that had been my plan, you'd be dead already. All things considered, I'm being pretty reasonable here. I'm using a pale latitude compressor. You and your partner have been caught
A
in
pale latitude compressor. So what? We're like taking the zone like we're in a sucky country? Like a lame one?
The explosion of static you're hearing. It's the ULAM frequency. Blasted from that pale emitter that Angus mentioned.
No, we have to like show her that we're conscious.
Saw my equations? You've been sniffing through my lorry, right? I expected as much. I am a bit surprised you knew what you were looking at.
A different language for the numbers?
A pale latitude compressor is used to sort of make the pale more manageable. With a
What
lot
does
of
the
these,
pale
you
mean?
can force a radio signal grid on the pale. Literally crunch the distance across it. Signals are relayed across a series of repeater stations fixed to buoys. Not a fun job manning those stations. All alone out there in the pale, people lose their minds in just a few years.
So, what we are experiencing is a concentration of radio waves.
Precisely.
Kim, how are you holding up though?
This is an industrial strength paraboloid. It's meant for forcing dimensions on something that doesn't have them. Needless to say, the frequencies used are out of this world. At the upper limit is the large prime number generator station.
Like, we're being blasted with this and we're gonna ask like, okay, so what is it though? Explain to
You
me.
may be hearing some numbers, but you might also hear, or think you're hearing, local radio chatter.
I'm in excruciating pain. What is it?
The pale? It's the end of the world.
Oh. How did you get your hands on
I
this
built
thing?
it myself.
And she's proud of it too. As she ought to be. This is way beyond your abilities.
That's illegal. I'm guessing it's patented. But we are beyond that, aren't we?
Oh yeah. Way beyond.
She studies her death ray and the law officials trapped in it. Have you experienced the compressor yourself?
Yeah, I stuck my head in there before using it on you. It seemed like the ethical thing to do. Can't say that I enjoyed it. The field was weaker, but I can imagine what you're going through.
It is great and all, but it's like, let's talk about the amount of killed. No, I mean, you know, we took priority for some learning what the pale is.
Yeah, let's not talk about
No!
that shit. You were hunting me and fell into my trap instead. That's all there is to say about it.
Will it stay like this forever?
No. Once I shut down the compressor, the pain will end. It may take a few minutes for you to steady yourself, though. It's a bit like waking out of a very confusing dream.
Ugh. That was straight into my ear. Like, is someone communicating through the pale? Like, maybe even she doesn't know exactly like what's being played. Just that something ultimately is being played through it. Yeah, because that's Japanese now. Huh.
It If you've got something really important to say, you can do it through the white noise.
Like radio stations, and then what their frequency is saying? Also, please give us a mattress to shield us. I wonder if these numbers actually mean something. Like if people like decoded this. It's like, wait a second, put it back on the previous station. At least that one was kind of soothing. We're in pain, but at least it could have been a soothing pain.
God damn it. Fine. If you really want to talk, I can dial it down. I've also got a gun, by the way.
She steps reluctantly out of the shadows. The pain lessens.
Is a two-barreled front loader, not like the murder.
How does that even work? I don't know. Apparently, it's like super compressed radio waves being blasted in our direction. Is the vibe I got.
Well, it doesn't feel much better, but you can form sentences now. Thinking doesn't seem to hurt as much.
Also, the fact that this is an option, goddamn.
I heard you in the passages, and I've been preparing for quite a while.
By hiding bullets under
So
floorboards.
you found my shack,
Also,
huh?
I thought we didn't run the entire time. Did I mess up?
Her tone is bitter. She thinks she's been betrayed.
Harsh metal. Yes, I mean, look, give us the soothing metal instead. Like, maybe it won't be so bad. She didn't yeah, I mean, if she's being betrayed, she didn't rat you out.
So nice. That's one knife I didn't want to find to my back.
You don't need that.
Not anymore, no. This could have turned out pretty bad for me if you hadn't walked right into 25 bands of ultra-high frequencies.
Did you shoot Lely?
No, I didn't do it. I only helped stage the lynching, though I doubt that makes much of a difference to you.
I mean, we're the cops. I think it does actually make a difference
So
to
she
us.
says she didn't do it, and she doesn't trust you. Is it you specifically, or the citizen militia that she distrusts?
Who ratted me out, by the way? Was it Titus? No, he wouldn't have broken first.
Let's say, no, should we instigate her? But then again, maybe it'll give her like less feelings, because, you know, after she goes to us, maybe she'll be like, oh, you know, going after her is more important because she has like loose lips. But if we tell her that we forced the information out, maybe she won't blame her as much. Also, I realized I forgot to change this to 34 failed ones.
Oh, well, I guess I always knew she was a survivor above all else.
Yeah, so she did it as a more self-defense kind of situation.
But she couldn't have known I was on the coast. How did you find me?
It took some convincing.
Oh, fuck. Took some convincing my ass. Those guys liked me, I know it. This is what happens to people whom people like.
A dull despair is creeping into her voice.
How the fuck do the rest of you get by?
The rest of you? Like, the past me, with all the drinking, like, that rest of me, like, rest of my messed up behavior.
didn't I? Now you've come for me. Fuck them all the same.
That did make her forgive them. A little.
That's good. I do it by asking questions, and I have
Like
some for
what?
you.
I already told you I didn't do it.
Would you say that Lely was a
I
likable
didn't
person?
like him. Hardened mercenaries aren't particularly likable types.
This one, you didn't feel anything personal about this?
You think I was envious of his conquests? Look, pussy's not a problem.
Damn, girl!
And definitely not a reason to off someone.
So you're saying it would have been easy for you, but if anything, saying it's easy for you, you know, you're just like, I could have just gone with any girl, but the thing is, it's not just any girl, it was the one that you know, were so invested in.
Yeah, sure. And I didn't like Wild Pines sending in those foreign hirelings. Me and a fuck ton of other people around here.
She didn't hate him, okay?
Okay, it's like, okay, fine. Fine, let's just be
Plenty of
thorough.
broken people who don't come with that kind of body count. Besides, they're paid well for what they do. I'm listening.
You have an alibi for when Nelly was
Nah,
shot.
I was with the boys the whole night. I hope they at least bothered to impress that upon me.
I think I'm remembering the going to the bathroom. So I'm gonna say this one.
Yeah, and I'm sure they also made some funny remarks about it. They always do. I've driven a lot of long haul and chugged a lot of beer, man. Can't do either without some power of mind over bladder. And anyway, that wouldn't have been enough time.
This is, I guess, the more logically inclined response should do better here. It's like, you know, no one could go to the bathroom for 15 minutes. Look, it wasn't just a leak. Like, when you say leak, could be your people probably think number 1. But look, if you really had bad diarrhea, a leak could be number 2. Like, how dare you try to like get a lady to say that out loud? Like, no, how uncouth of you. But no, fine, we'll go with the one that, you know, we saw a number 2 leak. Yes, that doesn't sound pleasant.
Wow, now I'm curious. Please, explain.
See away from the first word to the wording to the roof.
Don't know it, but also...
Evaluating your competence as a police officer.
The shot couldn't have come from the roof. Or we would have all heard it down
You don't
there.
have to tell me you died.
She has a warrant there. No one mentioned.
Yeah, no one mentioned the gunshot.
That didn't go super well. You've got to lay something better on her.
The flowers, no. But honestly, I just want to see what she says. At least it wasn't a number 3. What? What's a number 3? Like, you doing a number 1 and number 2 at the same time? Oh, yeah, I see.
No. Gifts of flowers and candy aren't really my style.
Push through the pain.
So now I'm leaving revolutionary symbols around? Come on.
Horrible but efficient. I mean, look. You know, when you go number 2, number 1 is always also done. But when you do number 1, sometimes number 2 could happen. You just better not be standing up in that scenario.
I never did understand why, when someone dies, a hothouse's worth of flowers has to die too. No, I did not.
We gained experience for clarifying that. Okay. Yeah, that's the horrible part.
So, Heart of Gold Tommy fucked me over too. Never trust a musician.
That really comes as a blow to her.
lie? Like, are we trying to aggravate her a little bit? No, but I mean, so far, although I'm like, she's probably not gonna do anything to him, really. But then again, it's like, Like, man's just trying to live his life, so I don't know. I don't feel comfortable like trying to put him into a risk here, even though it might sorta help us here.
Okay, great. You got into my lorry on your own. What now? You're going to arrest me for drug trafficking?
Beneath it, she's relieved Tommy didn't betray her.
This means you're already a known killer because drugs kill people, says you, person who was taking a shit ton of drugs. Isn't that like, you know, it's like, men don't kill people, guns kill people. Like, please don't do this, my guy. You're better than this. I guess, wait.
That's your prerogative.
Okay, fine. I just want to see what she do. Guns don't kill people. The bullets do. You're right. No, the bullets don't kill people. The gunpowder kills the people.
Man, it's to get away from all that murderous shit that I left Jamrock, my previous employer, for the union.
No, Kim!
I got lucky being a dispatcher. Never had to do any of the really dirty work myself. This gun has only been used for self-defense.
I mean, people kill
against
themselves, they're the ones who choose to bleed out. I mean, no, but the thing is, the person isn't responsible for the cells on his body, so if anything, it's the cells that kill people.
There, it's going to be easier to reach the machine now.
Based on what I've heard about you, you are a serious scum.
There's a sinister note in her voice. Even with the gun and the compressor, she's afraid of you.
And?
I see, do you have another gun somewhere?
Sure don't.
The breech loader?
No.
This is such a wipeout.
Where did you get
The
it?
gun store. Trigger Happy Jacks. What did you think? That I'm going to squeal on my gun supplier? Sorry, not that kind of gal.
Do you collect guns? Maybe old
No,
rifles?
they're not practical. Break too often. Yeah, evidence.
Just stop bleeding then? Look, you know, it's like, God, you know, just freeze the liquid, I guess. You know, put some ice on it. I mean, would it work to put ice? No, I guess if you put ice on a wound long enough that it made the blood freeze, that's probably really bad for you. Like, I probably should have thought about this for more than just a second. And I probably would have come to my own conclusion that no, that's a horrible decision.
And?
Oh, I said the same thing.
Yeah.
Whoops.
I considered her a good friend, yeah.
Is peeping one of your
I'm not
hobbies?
following your clever insinuations, detective.
The hole in Claude's wall is pretty suspicious.
Look, I'm not aware of any hole in Claude's wall. And if I had been, I would have told her to get it sealed. That's what friends do.
So you haven't been watching her through the wall.
Look, she has an effect on people. That je ne sais quoi that makes it impossible not to look at her when she walks into the room, and very difficult to look away. But travel enough and you realize, for the same reason that she's everyone's type as an object of desire, she's not irreplaceable.
But you wanted you more than just friends.
So that's where you were going with this.
She said you wanted to run away
That's
with
a
her.
very sentimental way of putting it. We both had pasts who didn't want to catch up with us, and we enjoyed listening to music together. Why not go on a road trip?
The lieutenant watches her expectantly, occasionally shaking from the pain.
Okay, fine. I was into her. Claudia was into me too for a time, I know it. We even fooled around once. And yeah, after that I thought maybe we could make a go of it.
Then what
She
happened?
rejected me with some wishy-washy bullshit about how she was confused because she felt so close to me and valued my friendship so much, and how guilty she felt for leaving me on.
Lines
I
up.
knew that wasn't the whole story, but thought, fine, I'll take it and move on.
No ill will there. It wasn't a problem for her.
Are you a girl like her? Like, come on, man, we're adults here. Guys said you got very angry when she started seeing Lely.
Yeah, one time when we'd both been drinking, I said some heated things about how
God, this
dangerous
the
her
timer
men were.
down here below me, the 23 something, like the time has still been going. So we've literally been trapped in this machine for minutes. You'll never find a girl like her. Who, Ruby or the other girl?
I was a little worried she'd blow it out of proportion in her head. All the drugs she was doing can make you feel like you're living in a DeLorean.
Yes,
tragedy.
I see. Understand. Women in general. Huh, women. Am I right?
Yeah, the girl seemed terrified. The merc was beyond caring what happened to his mortal coil. It was a no-brainer.
There are other things I ask about.
Go ahead. It's your body.
No, Kim, please, just a little longer.
But keep on. This must be done.
Who doesn't? Oh, you probably mean Claudia's rooftop. Sure, I've hung out there. She's got this great antenna.
Is that the only
view's
reason?
pretty bomb too. But you might say the antenna was the main attraction there, yeah. Along with Claudia.
For the radio waves.
It's very powerful. I used it to tune into
Excuse me,
RCM
sorry.
frequencies. That's how I knew to be prepared for your arrival.
Yeah, it's getting random radio stations.
Yes, I'm sure. And anyway, as I said before, the shot had to have come from afar.
Let's take a step
Yeah?
back.
Where?
More questions before doing anything.
Who killed the merc if it wasn't you?
How should I know? As I keep saying, he already had a bullet in his head when I got to him, and there hasn't been any useful gossip over the radio.
Those rings around her eyes, her tired voice. She's been staying up late, listening on the conversations.
Okay, but she definitely knew about the bullet, so she's not shying away from knowing that fact.
Police radio? You've been following the case?
Who hasn't? You know, I can still see him there, in Claudia's room, lying on his side. He was still warm, but the bluish light coming through the broken window made him look as though he'd been dead for a good long while.
What happened Sunday night?
She eyes you warily, as though gauging your sincerity. She's refusing to adopt the demeanor of a cornered animal, a leader with no one to lead. She still wants to retain some control of the situation.
It's okay. We just want to...
All right, don't kill yourself over it. I was shooting the shit with Hardy and the boys over a few beers, like always. Then Claudia comes in, all pale and shuddering. She sits down with a drink, trying to steady her nerves. So I grab a seat next to her.
Did she also seem high to
yeah,
you?
Super. But I didn't think too much of it at first. I'd seen her party hard before.
Cause you said you knew something was wrong immediately.
No, I really didn't. She's not that easy to read. I just assumed she'd done too much blow. It wouldn't be a first for her. But no such luck. She was in some deep shit. She asked me to come upstairs. The merc she'd been going with was lying on the bedroom floor, dead. I knew she couldn't get the authorities involved, so yeah.
You made it look like he'd been hanged.
Damn, Kim, you seem so calm all of a sudden. Like, are you not in pain anymore? Guys said you seem to have... Well, both of these say the same thing. Thought we came with a plan so quickly.
No. Faking a lynching was her idea.
What?
She looks shaken. She wasn't surprised to be ratted out, but framed.
Her idea?
Yeah, in cold blood. It really surprised me how quickly she was able to get a hold of herself once we got up there.
Devil woman!
She was another person.
I even like gave her the benefit of the doubt after all this. The heck?
She asked me to help her drag him into the shower so she could wind the shower head around his neck to fake lividity. Then she dressed
So
him while I
she's
went
the
to
one
get
that came up with the idea?
Glacia knew exactly what she was doing. You can't remain calm under pressure otherwise.
Yeah. I wasn't sure whether to admire her or be disturbed. As I keep telling you cops, we didn't hear anything downstairs. No gunshot, nothing.
But even if this is true, weren't you worried the lynching might lead to...
War? The thought crossed my mind. But the mercenary's death was going to have repercussions either way. Although the way things are going, fuck it. I'm not responsible for these people after what they did to me.
If you didn't kill him, then yeah, why hide?
I saw you roll into town. I wasn't about to stick around for questioning by a goddamn La Puta Madre agent.
So this is what she was scared to tell Titus. This cop, that strange, distant fear is getting close now. It's a fear of yourself.
Like we're notorious?
Yes, you. Everyone says you're his peon, his human can opener.
Through the sudden sharp pain in your head.
Oh my god! I am so glad we healed that one time. If we didn't heal, I think we would have died. I'm probably gonna use one more. Just to be safe.
Fucking hell. And why me? You hear through the white noise. It's especially bad suddenly. Felt like a vein exploded.
Like, is he like questioning why he's the one now who had to deal with me? No, wait, we shouldn't listen to her if it's her affecting us this badly. Although wins grotesquely?
Oh, yes,
God
they
damn.
do. The cops, the criminals. Why do you think I'm holed up in here with a goddamn death ray waiting for you?
If she knows that about you, she must know your real name too.
But we know my real name. What? Or maybe, or more of like, if we hear her say a name and it isn't our name, that means we aren't him?
Harry Dubois.
Oh,
One
damn.
corrupt motherfucker with the disco pants and a funny tie. Agent.
Okay, damn, it matched.
So she knows your name. That doesn't mean you're on the tape. Criminals make up bogeyman stories about cops all the
Yeah,
time.
but Kim kind of reacted to it though.
I don't know. Sounds pretty convincing to me.
Is that a joke or a threat? I'm guessing both.
No, that was a real question.
Yeah, sure.
She doesn't believe you.
Damn it!
I'm sure La Puta Madre himself will explain it all to you soon enough. You've been to my lorry. You think the biggest player in Jamrock appreciates competition? And now I have Harry Can Opener in my lair. Fucking Titus.
I thought we had an agreement, she thinks. This was not supposed to happen. She's not going to change her mind that easily. She still perceives you as a threat.
Interesting if we can ask about the bunker door. Like, I am curious about it, I'm not gonna lie.
What bunker?
The communist hideout back
Don't know
there.
anything about it.
Oh,
No
I
one's
thought
been around since
we.
set
I
up
thought the
camp.
locked door.
I'm sure I'm not the
Never
first
mind, wrong
vagabond
bunker.
to-
Ouch.
Keep calm. Breathe in. After the pain recedes, it's a little clearer.
Okay, I mean, hopefully, I mean we're destroying the machine, so I think the last of our damage is there. So I'm gonna risk not healing. Okay, imagine I failed the 92% like before. Oh, she's just watching. Well, I guess she doesn't want to walk into the line of sight of it.
The compressor lies
Oh,
broken on
damn,
its
we
side.
rolled nat
It's
double
quiet in
nat
your head
6.
again. It still hurts like hell, but
All good, officer.
Also, yes, check in with Kim first.
she looks at the machine, assessing the damage. Her hand trembles.
Oh, fuck it.
Oh shit! Rhetoric! Out of all of the stats, like, why rhetoric? That's lit. Okay, fine. Visual calculus is my worst stat, but come on. Do I even up this just for a higher slight percentage to possibly pass? Look, we already rolled a double 6 right before this. Why couldn't we have rolled the double 6 on this one? I mean, there's still the possibility, but like, goddamn. Am I really gonna use 2 points to get this higher than 20%? Like, I worry saying the first one is just gonna be like, you know, that's it. Like, it's foolish to think there was enough time to, like, do anything before the red check. But then I guess design-wise, they wouldn't have put that there in the first place. I'll do it.
Problem solving.
Ma'am, put the gun down. That's not the solution to your problems. You are...
Oh, yes, it is.
Red check 28%. Come on, game. If you made us fail at 92%, you can make us pass at 28. It's even better odds, arguably. I mean, unfortunately, it's my lowest stat, so I don't think there was any other way for me to avoid this. But luck of the draw.
You should know the words to say. You've been here yourself. So why is it not coming to you?
Peak gambler mentality. Well, and this is what happens when you do gambler mentality.
Because you've misread the situation from the beginning. And now her finger squeezes the trigger.
Continue.
No, wait. Finally, it comes to you. A way to connect.
I know your pain. I've been let down by women too.
She flashes you an incredulous grin. Then she exhales.
Why would
sharply,
you say
shakes
that?
her head, and pulls the trigger. You watch as her brains trickle out through her neon hair.
I failed to talk her down.
Lieutenant Yefretor Dubois, control your emotions. We did our job. This won't be the worst thing that happens on this case, believe me. You can't let this break you.
There is no coming back from this one. It will stay with you in nightmares.
Just straightforward. Compose yourself.
We clean up. It may take days for processing to pick up her body. We need to move it somewhere. That tent there.
Damn. Should we get the gun? That way, A80 pepper box pistol. Can I inspect it? Nope, I cannot inspect it. Also, maybe I shouldn't have gotten it. Tampering with evidence, but... well, too late. Oh, thank you for, like, knowing that I probably used a bunch of it. But damn, like, really, of all of the times for the one stat that is my absolute worst stat to matter? Like, come on, couldn't it have at least have been empathy or volition or something? But like, rhetoric.
The plain red tent stands by dispassionately. It was pitched by practiced hands. She was used to camping out.
Look
You
inside.
See a rolled up sleeping bag and personal belongings.
We should put her in the sleeping bag, so the rats don't get to her.
The lieutenant nods.
I was like, tampering with the crime scene. We know what happened here. We can literally just give eyewitness testimony.
There she lies, cocooned in the sleeping bag, surrounded by empty cigarette packs, books, and half-read magazines. Magazines? You should look through them.
Really? Also, interesting that it actually noted that I'm holding the flashlight.
Assorted soft covers, mostly pulp horror. A motor carriage lies buried in the snow on one cover. On another, a ghost airship. You also see a collection of radio enthusiast magazines.
See anything?
Rager Monthly, Journal of Material Science. More Technological Digest. One of the magazines doesn't have images on the cover. It's not a magazine. It's a leather notebook.
A diary?
You pocket the worn brown leather journal. She watches by, motionless.
We should read this immediately, like right now.
Yep, I will. Interact. So I guess, yeah, diary or
Thick
journal.
The cover is worn like someone used to carry it around in their back pocket.
Examine
It's
the
made
cover.
of full grain leather. The lower left corner of the back cover sports an embossed brand name, Schneller. This was important to her when it was still hers.
Unwind the strap.
The journal falls open. About 2/3 of its ruled pages have been filled.
Study the handwriting. That's an interesting choice.
The large cursive of someone who writes quickly and confidently.
Cursive? Damn! I learned cursive, but I'm pretty sure I forgot majority of it by now.
Perhaps too confidently. Many phrases and even paragraphs have been crossed out, with tiny corrections scrawled above and in the margins.
Like, I don't know if, like, penmanship classes still do the same thing, but, like, the whole you have to draw, like, loops throughout, like, the entire width of a notebook. Like, just to maintain, like, perfect circles over and over and over again. Like, did you guys have penmanship classes like that? Or like, was that one of the exercises you guys had to learn cursive, assuming you guys did learn to write in cursive?
It's a mix of logistical notes, diagrams, and personal reflections, all dated.
We could learn a lot from this.
Hard to tell exactly. It's mostly noted down in code. Looks like contact information, quantities, directions.
We only had to learn it for a few weeks because it's important for university. Okay, when you say you had to learn it for a few weeks because it's important for university, I'm assuming this was high school then? Because funnily enough, I had penmanship classes in grade school. Like, there wasn't any more penmanship classes in high school. Middle school, like, if it was the reasoning for important at university, you'd think they'd teach it to you later. But you did do the circle thing. Ah, elementary for you. Damn, that's early.
There could be useful information about local operations in those notes. We have a junior sergeant at my station who's good with codes. I can give this to her after we finish this.
Professionalism is his coping mechanism.
Though I did always just remember that making those circles, the, the, would you say it? Like the edge of your knuckle on the hand that, is the knuckle that's hitting the part of the table. It would get so smudged with lead over time. We had tracing paper that was dotted. Ah. Yeah, ours was like the doing the circle thing was like the warm up, and then we had to like do the individual letters after.
Esoteric radio technology. The most recent ones probably pertain to the latitude
I wonder if
compressor,
classes still
sketches,
kind of like teach cursive
calculations of
now,
distance
because
and density.
kind of like nowadays
make
people
out
are
a
just
familiar
typing it
spiral
through a font. So I mean, they still see cursive, they see the font, but like if they were told to write it, I wonder if they'd actually like remember how it looks like.
Short, wry observations of people and places. Probably a way to pass the time on the road. Also, what appears to be attempts to sort through some difficult decisions. There are
I mean,
a
have
few
you guys
passages with
used
many
your
questions
cursive
in there.
anytime recently? Or even within the past few years?
Staff issues. Always tough on the leadership. You smell traces of betrayal. The first entry is from August 2nd of
You
last
write
year.
in all
It
caps?
reads simply,
I mean, I
know
guess
my position
documents
is
will arguably
precarious.
like that.
All I can do is make myself as useful as I can while looking for a way out. Remember, no one is indispensable. Nothing on March 4th. March 5th, though, well, that's bound to come back and bite me in the ass. I'm bad at this. Loyal to a fault. But that's another matter entirely. You have no idea what she means. These are personal notes. Don't expect to understand all of it.
Ah, logic fail. Sad. And you got lup. Honestly, this should be mental damage more than physical, so I'll risk
That
it.
name isn't mentioned as far as you can tell.
What about this M? Could this be La Puta Madre? Here, March 9th and March 15th.
Read the entry from March
Great.
9th.
M's peon is coming to town, no doubt to investigate the lynching, but also, I feel it in my gut to finally put a bullet in my head while I'm napping in my lorry or on a smoke break. Well, I won't stick around just to twist my own neck by constantly looking over my shoulder.
Damn, so she's been thinking about this even before we arrived.
Then again, isn't that what I've been doing ever since I got the call? The call? Did M call her personally? Why? Things played out just as she had feared. Except you didn't shoot her. It's in you to do something like this. Kill her. Physically, at least. You could pull the trigger if you had to.
No, from what I recall, from our years of service, we haven't really killed that many people. If anything, Kim was surprised by the lack of it.
Yes, you could. You'd pull it 1, 2, 3 times.
Okay, Half-Life,
and watch her
relax.
fall. No, stop. He wouldn't do that.
Thank you, empathy.
Been holed up here for 3 days now. I'm used to being alone and all, but I don't know when I'll be able to leave, or if I'll be ratted out. They will rat me out, of course. I've made it a point to believe in the best in people, the boys, for example. But experience tells me, did M feel truly betrayed by me? I was feeling threatened. He'd have to know if he threatened people, they'd take measures to protect themselves. Even I know that. Economic measures, first of all. Gotta make a living, right? I can still hear his voice in the receiver. Taste the plastic. The entry ends abruptly. The call was a courtesy. He must have held her in high regard to personally tell her he knew about her plan to run drugs for the competition.
Interesting, there's an option to look at the cover again.
The thick journal bound in brown leather is full of
that's it.
candor.
What's the most recent entry?
The most recent entry is from today. It reads, even when I leave here, if I leave here alive, what's my next move? Staging a lynching is a crime, even if I'm not accused of murder on top of that. Forever on the run. Not really my idea of the open road. Man, I was really looking forward to winning.
I don't think she killed the mercenary. It looks like she might have been framed.
This whole thing was a detour, and a fatal one.
And now her on the roof, she's gonna leave.
Don't get emotional.
What do you mean? What do you mean framed?
By the Hardy Boys? By Classier? By us?
Does he know who the Puta Madre agent is?
No, I don't think you are. Ask someone in your precinct if you want to be sure.
He looks you straight in the eye for a moment. So
His trust
he's
is
not
well
sure.
placed. You aren't. You can feel it.
I mean, that's good. Something in our core is telling us that we aren't. And you're the one who wasn't compromised by Classy, so that's gotta mean something.
Classier was the one who pointed the finger at Ruby. Perhaps she was trying to steer us away from herself, or...
No one heard the Yeah, the Hardy Boys didn't hear the shot either.
Maybe she had an accomplice. Either way, we need to keep an eye on her. One thing is for certain. We have business back in the whirling and rags. Questions to ask. We should get to it.
Damn, this A is not over. Even though it is so late. Like, maybe I should heal, but like, a part of me feels like there isn't going to be any, like, physical thing that'll happen. Probably. Let me quick save just in case. But yeah, damn, I wonder if there was a way... Oh, well, I mean, I wonder, I guess, more, if we did pass that thing, would she have, like, still stopped from, you know, going through with it? Like, maybe it could have delayed it, but, like, she kind of had it planned even before we arrived, so I don't know. Sound like she seemed like she. Oh, I can't fast travel. I have to walk there. Okay. Wrong way. Or I guess run there. I guess that does kind of give you the time to think about it. So, Classy was the one that came up with the idea to do the fake You're awake?
Our tenant, the police.
Never mind. Oh, so you're still up. Huh. But yeah, so Classy is the one who thought about doing the fake hanging, but I can't imagine Classy is the one who wanted to kill him either. Like, that doesn't line up. So, So in a way, sort of back to square one. Because we can't really say who would have really had motive.
Stop. Now. It is time.
For what?
Crisis. Death. You can feel it in your blue soul. Be prepared. Make sure you have your pepper box in your hand.
What?
Your fingers reflexively reach for the Villier's 9mm pistol in your pocket.
Really?
Then you'd better get ready. Whatever happens, I've got your back.
This has no This had no ammo, right? No, but it's our gun. Oh shit!
I'm all out of shits to give, loincloth. Welcome to the fucking reckoning. Put your damn gun down. People are gonna get hurt.
I should have
this through.
I should have held both guns in both hands. Damn it! Look, my mind just kept thinking about, the flashlight gun combo because of like Resident Evil, but no, dual pistol.
Shut up! You're not gonna talk yourself out of this, loincloth shit fuck!
This is the mercenary at the gates. His chest rises and falls under the ceramic breastplate. His fingers reach for the butt of his sidearm.
Shh. This is a misunderstanding. Nothing irreversible has happened yet. You can just return to your unit and forget all about this.
The Kipt is merciful, willing to spare us if we just forget about our murdered and humiliated
Oh, she was
commander.
the leader.
I think we should just kill everyone, Corty.
You are all drunk. Come to your senses. You won't gun down 7 people in the middle of the street. This isn't a frontier town or a jungle outpost.
Easy, Lizzie. Let me handle it. I know guys like this. I'm sure we can come to a peaceful agreement. Ain't that right, fellas?
He is facing overwhelmingly superior firepower, and he knows it.
Peaceful.
Who? Rod Hohenlohen?
Nest in your abdominal cavity like a little wild mouse. The masked man's words are barely intelligible, but you can hear them.
Oh shit, there's a third guy! Over here! I didn't even see him!
Fuck, there's a third one. How did we miss something like this?
This third one, he is the most dangerous of them all, heavily armed. The lieutenant is genuinely worried for his life. You should consult him before getting in there.
Whisper.
If this turns into a firefight, we should take him out first. My plan is not to get killed, but we have to intervene.
He doesn't want to, but he must.
The Mercenary Tribunal. No. We have to stay.
Damn, I was hoping
This
I
is
could
not
equip the
going
double
to end
pistol.
well if we don't.
Get between them.
Get lost, comedian. You cops had your chance. Now it's fucking time for some justice.
Pig fuck!
No one needs to die here.
Die today. We're not leaving it like this. These tribals hung him up for everyone to
Yeah,
see.
they did kind of do that though. Oh, the continuous scroll down.
No one is going to kill anyone. Let's just put the guns down and talk like civilized human beings.
With a wordless gurgle, the killer loads his long rifle.
Oh shit.
The leader gives a small nod to the helmeted man. Suddenly, the grip of your sidearm feels comforting and warm in your hand. Feels like it's saying, do it. Shoot him in the mouth. Shoot him before he shoots
Can we
you.
shoot his hand?
Yes, yes. Just shoot him. I'm barely keeping you together here. No time to talk. He will only rattle you. Peace. Always peace. It has worked thus far. Start with the first idea you have, then move down from that.
First idea you have. Wait. Peace. Always peace. It has worked thus far. Start with the first idea you have and move down from that. Please.
Rude. Rude is the killer. Rude, the killer, Hohenlohen. He doesn't talk much.
All of you cunts inside out. Rip you open.
The gunner, the raddest, the killer. What do you think he does?
There, on the rim of Owen Clerven's helmet, you count little stick figures. 19, 20, 21.
Count the figures.
About 50 little stick figures.
Oof.
All of them black, plus 2 little white ones in the end.
What's the white ones? Unless it literally is what it's saying, like black and white.
That's right.
Ah.
Plenty of kicks here in Revachol, too.
T, let's fucking do it.
Easy. Easy now.
Yeah? Who did that?
Classy isn't here. That's not Classy up there. Ooh, but like, that's just sentencing someone to like die. Okay, maybe this was not the best idea. But at this point, I think we do have cause to like stop them. So we can just point them to stop them from shooting here, but we're gonna stop them from like moving up. Maybe? No, wait. No, we can't say it was Classy. I mean, Ruby did, like... No, Classy was the one that hung him. I wonder if we could have found this information before this point. I'm just gonna risk this one.
Time. You had time to fuck around in that church.
Oh, oops.
Chase some dumb drug trader.
Time is up, Loincloth. Give me a name. Now!
I mean... She helped. Which means she knew. She knew he was gonna get shot. Classy was just about hanging him, but Ruby is the one that helped.
Yeah? Who the fuck is Ruby?
His fingers are twitching. That's a draw reflex. He's about to draw.
A suspect. Ruby is a suspect we chased down on the coast. She was hiding.
You think I'm fucking stupid, cop? What if I just shot one of your pals here, right now? Huh? How about the kid? Go ahead. Tell me about some puta one more time.
Listen, please. This cop and this drumhead cop marshal won't decide who...
He's gonna do it. He's gonna shoot her.
Really? A 42% chance again? It's always with the smarts. Logic. I'm doing it. 72%, come on.
The Hardy Boys confessed to hanging him. All together. Titus said, we took him out back and hanged him. He said it loud. In a public place.
Wait, what? The Hardy Boys confessed to hanging him. All together, Titus said, we took him out, hanged him. He said it out loud, in a public place. They didn't confess. What do you mean they didn't confess? Yeah, he was shot.
You're lying. DePaul heard it.
DePaul heard it?
A Kiel Model 40 revolver. 8 rounds in the barrel. The gun slowly sways in his hand.
You heard wrong. She and these men have been helping us find the shooter.
Fucking liars.
Hey? He pulls the trigger, blows the arrows from the muzzle of his gun.
Shot rings in your ears. A low, tinny ring. Then the Hardy Boys yell something. The young woman stands and looks behind her. The shot has flown over her
Oh
head,
shit, damn.
crashing a small pane of the glass window behind her.
I missed.
I know what I heard, Corty. They said they killed him. They said it was a good way to end a Sunday night.
We can't show them like the bullet that we found?
Yes. So what? Nah. I'm clear as day. Fucking government-ordained super soldier.
Enough already! What is this? We didn't come here to fucking chat!
Interrupt me again and I will execute you on the spot, Lance Corporal.
I guess go from top down, like he said.
You think I care what that company cunt thinks? She's gone, you stupid fuck. Sailed off 5 minutes ago. She doesn't give a shit about you, Silos.
As you look to the bay, you see a small green sail.
Oh
on the
damn, she did
horizon
actually just leave.
By the crumbling sea
That's not good.
growing smaller.
Stay cool! Don't do anything stupid! The company bitch is gone. Laylee's gone. Fuck are we still doing in this shithole?
Guys, I just get in the way. I don't even have a gun.
Hold your ground.
Oh shit, he ran.
Run, I'll shoot you myself. We're doing this
Well,
together.
too late, my guy. He ran. He's beyond the fence.
They're afraid, all of them. Trembling reeds in the wind. They'll run, scatter soon, one by one.
I'm worried if this counts as like headshotting him. Like, would it say if we can choose where he gets shot? Also, the fact that it's hand-eye coordination. This is honestly a little annoying. My best stat is still only 58. Because it's either I upgrade hand-eye coordination or I upgrade rhetoric. This one might stop the first one, but there might be future checks that need this. I think I'm going with this one. Don't make it a headshot. Don't make it a headshot.
A plume of smoke and fire erupts from the gun, and your hand goes numb from the explosion. There is a hole in his cheek. Blood gushes out as he stumbles backward, eyes filled with rage and disbelief, gurgling, muttering something unintelligible. His lips, moving, swollen with fear, are trying to say, shoot him, shoot him. But he
I was really hoping he would have just shot his hand to get the gun out of his hand.
To your right, the killer raises his rifle and takes aim at you.
How is this
His moves are
a
steady,
5?
But the long barrel of the rifle sways slowly. From the corner of your eye, you see the lieutenant raise his pistol and aim it at Rude. You stare down the barrel of the gun. You see Rude's mask behind it, his eyes in the slit of the helmet, like a camera lens, focusing on you. 0.4 seconds remain. There are 6 little black dots in the tip of the barrel, like a honeycomb. This is a knock cannon.
Oh shit!
It shoots 6 rounds in one pull of the trigger.
What?
God, you're so frail. Too frail to think further. Time is running out.
Dodge the shot?
A low shot rings.
Oh shit.
Tapping like rain on your chest plate.
Well, I think we're
Heavy
dead.
Drops of rain. Then the sound of dice rolling as the cuirass distributes the shot evenly from plate to plate. You got hit. The
Oh,
armor
we
took
wore
most
the
of it,
armor.
But still your ribcage burns. Feels like blood is slowly seeping.
The armor's actually saved us a little.
Please. 2 shots ring at once. One from the lieutenant's pistol, and the other from DePaul's. It's aimed at the lieutenant, but it misses. You hear a scream behind you. Glenn, dying in a puddle
Oh
of
shit,
blood
no!
you. His mangled torso has 2 gunshot wounds. Blood gushes out of them like red geysers. Oh God, watch out. You see 2 crazed eyes stare at you through
Oh
all
damn,
the
he's
smoke
still
and
going.
the panic. With blood gushing from his face, the man raises his pistol at you.
Impossible.
Then he squeezes the trigger. The look of vengeance, framed in blood, lips shaking.
Oh.
This is the last thing he'll do on Earth. But he will do it.
Damn.
Is your end. Here it comes. Death.
We weren't, of course, you weren't passing that. Damn! Is there nothing I could have done there?
You can't. There is no time. Something inside your pelvis explodes. Your entire lower body is on fire, and your legs can't support you. You fall down like a ragdoll.
Damn!
The pain is too immense to scream. It pushes the air out of your lungs. Everything goes dark. A distant blur as you recede into it. The Hardy Boys are screaming, fighting, dying. Someone jumps over you. Nearby gunfire shatters glass.
Stop! The cop! Protect the cop! He's down!
Feels slick and warm with blood. The pain is too strong to know what has happened there. Even clutching to your consciousness takes everything you got.
What parts of me are missing?
Most of what's down there. It's all gone. Open your eyes now. You have to see what's happening. No. It's just a fear. Even if... Who cares? No one wants you anyway. Nothing. A persisting darkness. Dancing lights of pain. Distant shadows cast by them. Like a hellish play.
You're bleeding out.
There's a white child that smells like apricots. It's always there.
Stay with me.
It said I have a vast soul.
Yes, keep talking. You hear me? Stay awake.
But you can't. It's so hard. Your eyelids grow heavy, and the sounds ever more distant. And a cold comes over you. The lieutenant, too, is somewhere far away, almost gone, when suddenly you sense something behind him.
One of the
silhouette
guys.
White shadow.
Oh, the girl.
Towering. Someone stands there, raising her pistol at him. The lieutenant does not see it. He's pushing down on your wound with both hands. Scream immediately. He's gonna die.
Authority 90s. Okay, Kim truly trusts you.
No, you say, and hand out your firearm to him. Your hand trembles, and your eyes are full of fear. That's all it takes. There is no room for hesitation. The lieutenant moves like a spring unloaded. He grabs the gun from your bloody hand and fires behind him.
Ooh, I can imagine it. Like he just grabs the gun, doesn't even turn around, just shoots it, like flicks his arm directly, faces behind him, and just blind fires.
You hear a faint scream, a woman's. Then the sound disappears, like someone pressed stop on the tape. The woman is gone. So is Kim. Then the whole world.
This is death. One more door, baby. One more door.
If there's a chance, let me back in.
There is no fight. The fight is over. It was lost 1,000 Years and years ago, you have laid here forever. Keep falling deeper. Take the door. He's not taking it. His body is not taking it. Oh God, no. He's not disintegrating. He's swelling up instead. Over the hours.
Were we brought to a hospital?
Hurting, moaning in his sleep, and rotting.
Oh.
And being disinfected, and smelling of drugs, and feeling saliva in his mouth. Drifting in painkillers, thrashing in his wound sleep.
He can't go. Not before the case is solved. There is a radio in the distance. A radio of the world.
No, but we got one of them. Glenn got shot though.
You will return to the world.
Hours turn to days. Soon we will get up again and go through it again. Finally, we know what the infernal engine was outside. The clarion call. It was him. He is the infernal engine.
The infernal engine. Kim's car. Maybe. Maybe that infernal engine. A good infernal engine.
You see the lieutenant's familiar shape in the orange jacket. It turns double.
We're alive and not in a hospital?
From the pain.
Sunrise, Parabellum.
He's in the middle of a freshly clean room with the fan above his head like a halo. His face is covered in bruises.
Sunrise, Parabellum. Sunrise, prepare for war. It's an old revolutionary saying.
Isn't that written on your...
My gun is engraved on
you
it.
well.
Is it
The
war
gates of
today?
the harbor are boarded up. The streets are a little more empty. Apocalyptic violence is yet to erupt, I am relieved to say. I think we may have held it off, for now. Barely.
He ends his bomber jacket. Barely. Good.
Yes, we have also completely failed. But that's okay.
Oh, that's not good.
Yes. The joke wasn't funny anymore. I took it off.
No!
The close proximity of death must have made the lieutenant contemplate his life choices. He's done with the jacket.
But he never wore it though. It was in
Mr.
my it was on my
It
person.
took him an entire day. 2 days, in and out. You've been up enough to take Dramamine and curse. And drink water.
What happened?
What happened? You shot the major in the face. A firefight ensued. Yes.
Oh, damn.
A blood-stained killer.
You're an officer of the RCM. As retaliation, the rifleman tried shooting you. He hit the cuirass. I heard it go off. I was looking for a clear line of sight to him.
He sounds a tiny bit sorry he did not find it before you got hit.
I shot and wounded him, while Glenn took a bullet in the spine. It was meant for me. He did not survive.
Oh, shit.
This is not the first person to die in his place. He goes on.
Titus, Fat Angus, and Theo charged. Angus and Theo did
They
not make
both
it.
died also.
They both died before they made it to intensive care. Titus survives. So do Alain and the musician. I forget his name. Yes,
Eugene.
he's still alive too. You were bleeding out by then. I think you said something about your wife, and you warned me. I was able to disarm one of them, the Pole, before she got a jump on me. I killed her. And that's what happened. The Pole was the last to die. Everard had their bodies returned to Crenel for a funeral. Company because we deterred them, Or Joyce did. Maybe the harbor in full lockdown is too costly a target. Or maybe they are simply taking their time and will attack soon. I don't know. This is the one.
How many casualties on the Union
3.
side?
Glenn, Theo, Angus. The fat one. He took a lot of bullets. And Theo, he was just too old for combat.
He nods.
All. Yes, officer. 7 people are dead. It's not a success.
I like how it says 6 people are dead here, but Kim definitely said 7. Because including a Ruby.
+1. Ruby.
But what's done is done. The violence is cold enough. The Hornets did not get into the beehive. The worst scenario has not materialized. Yet. And we are still alive. Both of us.
Ouch.
It's not ouch time yet. You just got the Dopamine pill an hour ago. Wait until it wears off.
How bad am I hurt?
Reasonably bad. You were shot in the left quadriceps. That's your thigh. It appears no major arteries were nicked. The bullet was removed and a bacterial infection treated with mercurochrome.
Oh, we were shot in the thigh? I thought we were shot in the face.
The bruising in your shoulder is negligible. The armor took the brunt of the fire. We will see.
If it's possible, then by pure willpower alone, you are going to have to become a psycho-locomotor.
What's a cyclo-locomotor?
Good. You'll need to be. Whatever that is.
Yeah, what the frick is that?
No.
Really?
I called your station after the fight. The injury was logged in. They told me they've sent officers to join you on the site.
Okay.
I'm sure they are worried about you.
If not, then I guess Kim treated me himself?
I did.
I didn't know you could do that.
It's part of a detective's task chain. You can do it too.
Actually, you can. You can even remove a fractured bullet, it seems.
Are you hurt?
Not very. I have a concussion from that woman beating me with the butt of her gun. I tried to not move too much.
But at least we saved him.
Things would be worse if you didn't warn me. Thank you. I did not see her coming. Stupid.
Thank God, at least we were able to save Kim.
Easy now.
Your balance is way off. You feel like you're about to fall over on that thing.
How are you?
Gotta put on a strong face. We got a case to solve.
He nods.
I honestly don't know. We can't talk to Everard. The harbor is in lockdown. Everyone in there is outside our grasp now. And Joyce has left too.
She drove away.
Yes, she
Or
left
I
yesterday
guess
morning.
sailed
To
away.
meet the board of Wild Pines. Oh, that is what I've heard. There's a pin somewhere in the machine that keeps Connell from sending in a death squad. Maybe it's her. Maybe she kept her hand. Either way, Ruby's gone. And Claudia too. We really should have arrested her, you know?
Shush you! Don't! Shit, I was compromised. Me, the person, the God controlling Harry, I was compromised. Like, thought was taken back by all of his, his skill set. But I'm not one of the skill set, unfortunately, and I used all of my skill points.
Oh yes, she left 20 minutes prior to the tribunal showing up. I asked Mr. Gart. Turns out it was a bad idea not to arrest her. But maybe it was a good deed that will pay off in heaven.
Maybe. I mean, that's the consequences of the choices that I have to live with.
Who would have figured?
Shush you, Volition.
I don't know. I think the dangerous theory you presented on Classia, or whatever her name is, was wrong. We have not found a motive or a weapon for her. Honestly, I think our investigation has not produced a single credible suspect.
Someone was checking on her, though.
I don't know. That's been there for years. Yes, God cursed the footprints, not solving the case for us. Au diable.
An antique bullet from a Belle Magre 4.46.
It's extremely easy. There are thousands lying around. We found one, all completely unusable. It's precisely how easy it is to find one that makes the bullet useless. Absolutely. There's no other way to go about it. We screwed up.
He's made his peace with it. He's had time to do so.
Let's not say this one. No, we're not going crazy time.
We could find thousands more if we wanted. All of Ravachol is full of them.
But they seemed so mysterious.
I'm just gonna say nothing.
There's a little pause. He says nothing as well. He arches his brow. The ceiling fan patiently spins overhead.
I mean, it's hard. Like, if it wasn't, we would not have been shot.
It really is very hard.
That concussion must be making him dizzy.
You're not ready to give up,
No.
are you?
Are you ready to limp?
I'm ready.
Good. Where do you want to limp to?
Let's aim you on until a clue presents itself. It worked for us in the past.
Let's do that. We can start upstairs in Classia's bedroom. I have not done a thorough sweep after she left. Another look at the window, perhaps? The one he was shot through. I don't know. I can't think of anything better.
The fact that I'm not dead is crazy to me. And also, like, wait. So we still have the armor, which is good. Like, so actually equipping the armor did help us, surprisingly. Also, let's unequip this flashlight and this gun for now. But like, yeah, we're not dead. So, I mean, like, I guess it would be bad if it was like a fail check just immediately like ended your game out of nowhere. But also like, damn, that kind of hurt. I kind of like spent so much on logic. Like, look at this spread of like the skill spent. Like, I was bad. I felt like I needed this. It was my. I mean, again, it was my choice to shoot. I was hoping it would have been a disarming shot, but maybe that was too much to ask. But the case isn't done. We're still able to go through. We're alive. We saved Kim. Unfortunately, some of the Hardy Boys died, but that's what I get for hoping on like my stats, like reaction speed and stuff like that, which for as much as like, you know, I wish these two could have saved me more. The fact that these two are the ones that were used is crazy to me. Like, if anything, like, I actually do wonder, would it have changed if I did this? Like, dual wielding. Like, I am legit, like, a part of me is legitimately curious to see if I went back with both pistols in hand, would it have changed some of the outcome? Like, I might just do that, like, on my own time, just to see what happens, but, you know, I'm making this playthrough, no take-backs on things that have happened, and this is the course that we have taken. People have died. Kim is alive, though. classiest left, but we decided to make her, you know, believe in her, whether that be right or not. You know, it seems like it was the wrong decision, but you know, you live, you make mistakes, you move on. I feel like it is still there. Cargo container doors there, huh? Oh no, it just highlighted. But damn, I thought it'd be over right then and there, especially with that fail. You can walk into Kim.
The bathroom mirror has been wiped completely clean. You see the reflection of yourself in the mirror.
Still can't. 6:50 a.m. Goddamn, man, you wake up early.
These papers bear the stamp of the RCM. They appear to be fragments of the
Okay, maybe
lieutenant's
this actually is
paperwork,
not the first
half
place I should have
finished.
gone.
You make out notes on this, and
I had Garth open the door to your room. You were running a low bacterial fever the first night.
Oh, hey, that's ours. Oh no, the lieutenant's paperwork. Thank you for keeping this thing alive a little longer.
It would have been easy
Oh,
were it
point
not
to yourself.
for my concussion. We both got lucky, considering the odds we faced. Let's go. I am sure neither of us.
What's this?
the fan stand.
Damn, that was a lot. I mean, when the game said this was a point of no return, my god, was this a point of no return. In a way, it was good we found a gun, although I guess we would have had a gun anyway, but man, where do we go from here? I mean, like you said, I guess we'll just stumble around, probably find something. It worked for us before, it's gotta work for us again. Like, that's the best we can ask, but like, I mean, he did, like, our inner monologue was like, you know, try to go peaceful, but intellect being 2 here doesn't make that possible. Like, I could level this up, get it there more, but if anything, now I'm scared. Like, maybe I need more hand-eye coordination for the future. Like, I have a few extra things coming in. Maybe these can help, but like, I don't know. Everything's a mess. I mean, just like this day, when he got, you know, he woke up from, you know, the stupor of being shot. We'll just have to see what happens next time. But yeah, I think I'm gonna call that here for today. Like, goddamn. Like, that's a lot to take in. And we're all out of leads. All we know is guy got shot. All of his companions are not there anymore. So, you know, we don't have to worry about them in the meantime. But this is a race against time, I guess, to figure out who did it so we can stop war, I guess, from happening here. So, yeah, and here I thought I was getting close to ending the game, but if anything, this feels like the halfway point. So yeah, we'll see where this goes, but do be rough. Gotta live with my choices. But yeah, with that, you know, for those that were here, for those that chatted, for those that stopped by, and for those that lurk, do always appreciate the support. In terms of streams, none tomorrow. My next stream will be on Thursday. I will be playing Zoocosis, which will be the first horror movie. I mean, horror game for this month. You know, I'll be trying to have one horror game per week for the rest of October. So, you know, hope you look forward to that. And yeah, so that'll be on Thursday, same time as always. With that, hope you guys have been having a good day, afternoon, and or evening. Uh, yeah, and I guess ultimately that I hope the said good day does not fall apart like with what happened in the last 15 minutes of the stream. You know, hopefully this game took away all of the bad luck that you guys would have probably had in your day. But yeah, with that, thank you guys for joining me in this stream, and hope you guys join me in my next one. But till then, guys, bye guys. Bye. Bye bye. Also, wait. This failed. Because of course it will fail. But yeah, bye guys. Bye. Bye bye.